us early in this basketball game, get up and down and get this crowd into it as well.
And offensively, the Zags have been tremendous over their last 6. They have shot 50% or better in every one of those, shooting about 57% over that stretch. 3 of those games over 60%. Shot it really well against San Francisco team is pretty good in defensive end, and St. Mary's as well. I mean, both of those games, they were over 50. So they are really clicking, and you combine that with the hustle stuff you're talking about and getting things done on the defensive end, which was something Coach Few kept saying. He's like, hey, the offense is fine. We've had some defensive issues. Well, defense has started to go a little bit, too, and that makes this group really dangerous.
Yeah, when the defense is rolling, obviously it translates to offense, but then you can hang your hat on it if you're not shooting it well. But if you combine them, like you said, you could be a really dangerous team. We got plenty of talent, and it's nice to see that stuff coming together, but you want your guys playing loose, playing free, playing excited and with some edge in March, especially for times when you have to beat a team 3 times or play them 3 times. It could be really difficult. So hopefully our guys are ready to go. I think they are, and it's going to be a fun matchup.
Gonzaga and San Francisco getting ready to go here at the Orleans Arena in the WCC semifinals. We'll listen to coverage of NCAA championships on the Varsity Network app, powered by Learfield. Fans can hear Westwood One's exclusive national coverage, along with most school broadcasts, through a multi-case option. That's only on the Varsity Network app, available for free in your app store. Mo and I can take a quick break here in Las Vegas. Christian Heimel standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios with a pregame show score update. Christian?
Thanks so much, Huddy. Earlier today at the Orleans Arena, the Gonzaga women won their program record 24th consecutive game. They knocked off Pacific 72-61 in the WCC semifinals, advancing to tomorrow night's championship contest. The WCC Player and Defensive Player of the Year, Yvonne Ejim, leading the 14th-ranked Zags, 18 points, 13 boards. GU wins their 30th game of the season. Bulldogs take on Portland tomorrow night in the title game after the Pilots narrowly beat Santa Clara 63-61 in the other semifinal. Gonzaga swept the season series over Portland, including a 50-point win on senior night back on February 28th. In the other West Coast Conference semifinal, top seed and 21st-ranked St. Mary's took on the 4-seeded Santa Clara. Alex Dukas leading the way for the Gales, 21 points on 7 of 11 from 3, and St. Mary's wins it 79-65. Elsewhere across the country, it is championship week. 2 other tickets to March Madness handed out. In the Sun Belt Championship, the James Madison Dukes, ranked for quite some time earlier the year, picked up their 31st win of the season, knocking off Arkansas State 91-71. They reached the big dance for the first time since 2013, and an even longer drought snapped in the SoCon title game as Samford defeats East Tennessee State 76-69 to claim their first trip to the NCAA tournament since 2000. In our nation's capital, Charleston, top seed and reigning champs in the CAA, defeat Towson 61-56. Their opponent, 7th-seeded Stony Brook, who used a late 13-0 run to defeat the 3rd-seeded Hofstra Pride 63-59. Indianapolis, side of the Horizon League tournament. Oakland advancing to tomorrow's championship game 74-71 over Cleveland State. They await the winner of Milwaukee, Northern Kentucky. The Panthers of Milwaukee on a big run here late. They lead 63-55, 8.5 minutes to play in regulation. And in the Summit League Championship, South Dakota State Jackrabbits advancing to the title game tomorrow with a win over St. Thomas, Minnesota today. They await the winner of Denver and Omaha with 3.5 minutes to go. Huddy and Mo, Denver 60, Omaha 58.
Hey, how about my Pioneers, Mo?
There you go.
They've made some improvements since we saw them up in Spokane a few years ago when they...
brutal.
Yes, were brutal would be a very kind word to use. I had a few other ones for that night, but yeah, there we go. Pioneers hanging in there and trying to make a run. I don't know that they've ever been, so that'd be kind of exciting. But, Mo, we turn our attention back to this USF team. They shoot it well. I mean, they're 49%. They're top 20 in the country. They take care of the basketball. I mean, 16 assists to 11.5 turnovers a game. They are dangerous shooting the 3. There are a lot of things to like about this San Francisco team that has been really close. Like I said, they lost 3 of their last 5, all to the top teams to slip down a little bit. They came into that last weekend, hoping that they could beat us and maybe get the number 2 seed into the tournament. But there are a lot of things that San Francisco does that when you watch them, you say, hey, this has the makeup of a pretty good team.
Yeah, they're long and athletic, and they got, long guards, and then Mogbo's really good inside presence. I actually like the point guard, number 5. He's good out on the perimeter. Yeah, they're just kind of not a weird team, but they're literally, just a strictly analytics. So they take a lot of threes. Like you said, they take good shots. They stress playing different angles defensively. It's just a different game when you play them, and it's a little bit scary. And we've talked about it before the Chase Center game. Like, playing at Memorial was always difficult. So for the last 5 years, we've always beaten San Francisco, but they're never like shoo-ins at all, right? And it's just one of those teams that gives us a little bit trouble. So I'm really curious to see how they guard the inside game. If they're going to play with straight one-on-one against Graham, or they're going to say, hey, maybe we just play him one-on-one, but let him score all the points and then keep everybody else out of rhythm. I think sometimes that's an option too. But we have to be aware of some type of significant adjustment. And I know that sounds funny, but a lot of coaches don't make significant adjustments or just be like, hey, we're going to box a one tonight. Like, it's crazy stuff. They are capable of doing that as a coaching staff. So I think this is going to be a fun matchup. We have to be ready to go and obviously be good defensively. We can't turn it over 17 times like we did down there. If we play our game, we're a better basketball team, should win.
The Zags coming into this game, as you mentioned, 24-6. They finished 14-2 in West Coast Conference play. And Mo, 2 quad one wins over USF and St. Mary's last week, and all of a sudden we went from in a lot of the prognosticators' eyes to a team that didn't belong to. I've seen this, as high as a 7 for the Zags. So this is another quad one opportunity on a neutral court. Obviously, that's huge. But you have to feel like you're securely in still. What a great thing it would be. You pick up this win, you get to the championship game and continue to move up that seed line. I mean, where people had us before we went to Kentucky, even after we got back from Kentucky and beat them, had us really low. So it's been interesting to see this group continue to come together. And now you look at some of these numbers, and it goes from, we thought we might be playing in the first 4 in Dayton on a Tuesday night, to all of a sudden, moving up into that middle kind of seed line. For the
obviously we're not a shoo-in, and I mentioned that earlier, but if we can, stack a couple more of these wins, it's going to move us up considerably in the seed category. And everybody knows, it's a Gonzaga fan, it really is about your matchups, and obviously seeding matters, and you just want to stay out of that 8-9 line. I mean, 10 and above is fine, and then obviously 7 and below is fine, but that 8-9 to me is always the worst, just because if you win, you're most likely playing a 1 seed in the second round. So a lot for us to play for. It's not guaranteed. I think we're in no matter what. That's just my opinion. Because what are we, 16
We're
in the
16
net?
in the net right now.
So that if you're 16 and or let's just say you're top 20 and you don't get in, I don't know what's the point of even having the net or whatever. But they look at strength of schedule. It's not great this year, even though we did play some really tough games in the preseason stuff. Maui and things like that are projected tough games, tough teams. UCLA and USC hasn't helped us out on that. Washington hasn't helped us out on that. It's a lot for us to play for still, obviously. I think that's usually the case for us, but it's different this year because we're not a shoe. And most of the time in the last few years, it's like we're going to be a 3 or a 1. If we really screwed up, we're not going to be a 1. We'll be a 3. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. Hopefully we can win these 2 games here in Las Vegas.
Yeah, Barry Henderson, our crack sports information director, did a little bit of research since they started using the net 4 years ago. The 16 net team has been anywhere between a 4 seed and a 5 seed. So, to tell you where maybe some of this stuff can fall, who knows. But obviously winning this thing, as Mo's been saying over these last 6 weeks or so, just win this thing and it's irrelevant.
Yeah.
And that's what the Bulldogs are tasked with here as they get ready to take on San Francisco in the WCC semifinals. From America Credit Union, money answers people who know Gonzaga does, in fact, exist. Plus, show your Bulldog pride with your Zags debit card offered only at America, federally insured by NCAA. Coach Few joins us next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU, power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join, federally insured by NCUA.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza
is a big deal.
So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
And we're back now on the pregame show with Bulldogs head coach Mark Few and Mark Heckfoyd in the regular season. 3 really big wins. You've won 8 in a row, but great effort in Moraga to win that thing against St. Mary's.
Yeah, we had just a great weekend. I mean, we needed to play great, and we did play great, and you know, especially going into an environment like that, you were in there, and you know, it's what college basketball is all about, and the guys really stepped up and you know, came together. We played hard, we played purposeful, we played with great spirit, and got her done.
And you talk about spirit and edge, and boy, Ryan carried it, Graham carried it too. Those guys really did a lot of good things.
Yeah, they did. I mean, those two are really, really playing well right now. I think Graham's really notched his play up, and I think that's, you know, he's connecting with Ryan really good. Those two have been really good in pick and rolls, and Ryan's just been, I think, masterful down this whole month now for us. But, you know, Nolan's had some great games, great stretch. I mean, the second half against San Francisco, he was phenomenal. Obviously, the impact that Ben's had in the lineup, and then, you know, then there's good old Anton, who's been our, you know, our most valuable player all year. So, yeah, but, you know, this is a different animal now. This is you know, the conference tournament, and guys are playing for their lives. San Francisco's playing for their life, you know, and I mean, their basketball season's life right now, and they're a very, very good team. You think about it, we've had these battles with them. They've been even, and then we've just made runs. All of a sudden, we'll make a big run. We did it at home. We made a huge run down at their place, but dangerous team with how athletic they are and how well they shoot it.
All right, Coach, thanks a lot.
Yep.
Quick break, back right after this. Listen to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from their field.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Inland Imaging and Community Cancer Fund are teaming up to beat cancer. Low-dose screening CT exams may reduce lung cancer deaths by more than 20% by finding early-stage cancers other methods miss. If you're over 50, a longtime smoker, or have other risk factors, lung cancer screening can provide potentially life-saving answers. Ask your doctor or call 363-7799. Inland Imaging. Answers you can trust and care you can count on.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network.
That's his right side. Power dribble from Watson off the glass and in.
Tip-off is just moments away. Welcome to the 2024 WCC Tournament. Now let's go courtside. Alongside Adam Morrison, here's the voice of the Zags, Tom Hudson.
It's tournament basketball in Las Vegas. Gonzaga looking to make its 27th consecutive appearance in the WCC championship game. Standing in the Zags' way for the third straight year, the San Francisco Dons. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here at the Orleans Arena. Once again, a heavy contingent of Gonzaga Bulldog fans here in attendance as the Bulldogs try to win another WCC tournament title, this time as the 2 seed. After losing the WCC race in the regular season by 1 game to St. Mary's. And now, Mo, tournament time. What's the change? What's the difference if you're a player getting ready for this compared to playing in the regular season where you're always kind of like, hey, I've got another game coming, I've got another game coming?
I think you just have to be a little bit more focused. You don't want to change your routine. You don't want to put too much pressure on yourselves. But obviously, if you're one of the leading scorers or something that's more magnified, you got to learn how to understand those expectations, but not put the pressure on yourself, if that makes sense, and still go out there and perform. I loved that this time, and obviously that's an easy thing for me to say, but I usually play good in these type of games. I like that pressure, but some guys don't do as well in that situations. I think we have a team that is built for this, and our program is, built that culture, so guys don't have a, oh my God moment, in these type of games. So, I'm really looking forward to see, but like I mentioned, Ncaam hasn't played in this tournament. Obviously, he's an accomplished college basketball point guard. Raimike hasn't played in this tournament. Braden Huff has. So there are still a few questions for guys that, have had expanded roles or have not played in this tournament. So hopefully they play well.
Gonzaga coming in 24-6. Meanwhile, USF is 23-9 on the season after winning its opener. They came down and played on Saturday in the quarterfinals and knocked off Portland. The seeds have all held here in Las Vegas. That continued. It has been chalk, and it has been easy chalk. Pretty much everything's kind of lined up exactly the way you expected. The San Diego Pepperdine game was a good game. It went down to the wire. San Diego got a late bucket in that one, but outside of that, it's been mostly blowouts to this juncture. St. Mary's took pretty good care of Santa Clara.
Here's the real question, Huddy. Did you sit and watch the San Diego Pepperdine game? Hold on. Did you watch that game?
I saw a little bit of it.
You saw it, okay. Yep. I was going to say, did you watch it? But, yeah.
No, I saw a little, but
kind of torture if you have to sit there and watch that game.
No, I did
Welcome
not,
to the what's past quarterfinals.
Yeah, that's right.
The first round of the WCC tournament. Big crowd in here, as you can hear the echo of the announcement.
Speaking of which, some moves in the WCC. In all seriousness, a couple of new coaches are going to be in the league next year. Lorenzo Romar out at Pepperdine after 6 seasons, and then they're going to make a change in Stockton as well. Leonard Perry released his duties as the head coach for Pacific. So we're going to see some new faces in the league next year. And Mo, we talked a little bit about the awards in the WCC, and for the first time in a decade, Gonzaga did not have one major individual player award, with those going to Randy Bennett. Makes sense. They won the league. Augustus Marshallonis. Makes sense. He was the best player on the team that won it.
Yeah.
And then I think there were some question marks on the other one. Mitchell Saxon was named the Defensive Player of the Year. I think you look at Anton Watson play defense and the things that he does and how he affects games. I thought he had a really good chance to win that award. He did not. Newcomer of the year went to Mobo, who we're going to see from San Francisco. He had a heck of a year. He averaged a double-double, but Graham and Ryan Nembhard both had really good years, too, for the second-place team. I think that was one that kind of had people miffed just a little bit. So And we talked about it earlier. Is it the end of the world? No. And we still got 3 first-team selections in Anton, Graham, and Ryan, a second-team pick in Nolan Hickman, and then an all-freshman team member in Braden Huff. So it's not like the cupboards are going to be bare when you when you go back and look at the trophy case. But it was interesting fodder there for the fans, to look at and talk about. And it's kind of interesting. I'll put it that way. It was interesting that the team that went 14-2 and 24-6 and finished second didn't have anybody on that list.
Maybe it was fatigue from the other, the voters. And who votes on that stuff? Is the media?
It's the coaches.
This is the coaches. So maybe they're just tired of writing in Gonzaga guys.
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that could be some of it. And then, you tip your cap to the St. Mary's, obviously winning the league, but it's not like we were, 10-4, 4 games behind. We finished 1 game behind. I guess the best part about that whole deal is we still have the only undefeated season in league history. We denied St. Mary's that. Yep. So I guess that little asterisk is always good to have. But you said, I think the newcomer one, I think Graham's was played good enough, and we're like big time games, not just like soft doubles, like 20 plus, like you mentioned, 7 straight. And those are obviously all against WCC opponents besides Kentucky, and that's a good one to have in the streak as well. So that one, that one kind of didn't make any sense. I didn't even think about the player of the year. You're right, because what is Anton closing in on all-time steals leader?
Yep.
Right, and then he's like, how many does he have a game? 2 a game, 1.5 a game, or something like that. I mean, and he guards multiple people. Right. So that's where if the coaches are voting for it, it's like, I think you guys know his impact a little bit more. Not that Saxon's not a great defender, but I think in totality, if you ask them who would you rather have your team on the defensive side, they'd probably all say Anton because he can do more. Yep. So who knows? I mean, like I was saying earlier, I won some awards. I'm the only guy that remembers them. You know what I mean? So, unless you're a hardcore Zag fan or remember the years. So, I mean, I get it. It'd be nice if you do. It's something that's cool, but it's not the end of the road. We had 3 first-teamers, 1 second-teamer, and then an all-freshman, so still a pretty good year.
And the Bulldogs getting ready to take on San Francisco. It is the semifinals game number 2 at the Orleans Arena. The winner of this one is going to take on the top-seeded Gales coming up tomorrow night here in Las Vegas. We're going to take a quick break here at the Orleans Arena. When we come back, it's almost time for basketball. We've got our starting lineups, Mo's keys to the game, and our opening tip. It's all coming up next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
This is the sound of Arby's sweet and savory brown sugar bacon. You're listening to an ingredient in a sandwich, and the sandwich is already great. Now do yourself a favor. Upgrade from an Arby's brown sugar bacon sandwich in your ears to an Arby's brown sugar bacon sandwich in your mouth. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time.
Feeling those winter blues? Boost your energy with Wake Up Call's signature Mad Hatter energy during Mad Hatter Happy Hour. Every Monday through Friday from 4 to close, enjoy a 24-ounce Mad Hatter for $3.75 and a 32-ounce Mad Hatter for $5.50. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Cheers to drinking local with Wake Up Call.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Welcome back to the Orleans Arena. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you courtside in Las Vegas. The Gonzaga Bulldogs playing for their 27th consecutive trip to the WCC Tournament's championship game. Standing in the Zags' way, the San Francisco Dons. The Bulldogs won the first meeting in January in Spokane, 77-72. 11 days ago, the Zags built a lead as many as 29 points in the second half on the way to an 86-68 win. Gonzaga looking to make it 3 straight in this 2024 WCC campaign. Let's take a look at our starting lineups first. For the Dons, who will wear their road uniforms as the lower seed, Malik Thomas will get the start in the backcourt. He's a transfer from USC. 6'5", 210-pounder. Thomas averages 11.5 points per game. Also in the starting backcourt for San Francisco will be the 6'8", 180-pound transfer from Dayton, Mike Shotofjems. He's averaging 8 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists per game. Marcus Williams will also start as part of a 3-guard rotation. 6'2", 297-pound transfer from Texas A&M. Williams, their leading scorer at 14 points per game. On the front line, Duetto Newberry, who had 22 points in the win over Portland. 9.3 points, 3.6 rebounds per game for the 6'7", 238-pounder out of England. And Jonathan Mobo will start in the middle. The transfer from Missouri State, 6'8", 225 pounds, averaged a double-double, 14.5 and better than 10 rebounds per game during the regular season. For the Bulldogs, Ryan Nembhard gets the start at the point. He's averaging 12.5 points and a WCC leading 6.4 assists per game at 20-10 in the win over St. Mary's last time out. Nolan Hickman starts beside Nembhard in the Zags backcourt. He's averaging 14 points and nearly 3 assists per game. Ben Gregg will start his 15th consecutive game for the Bulldogs. A 6'10", 230-pounder out of Clackamas, Oregon, is averaging 8.6 points and better than 5.5 boards per game. On the front line, we're going to see Anton Watson, the 6'8", 228-pounder out of Spokane. He's averaging 14.2 points and a little better than 7 rebounds per game. Graham Ike starting in the middle, looking for his 8th consecutive 20-point game. The 6'9", 240-pounder is averaging a team-best 16.9 points, also pulling down a team-best 7.3 rebounds. So for San Francisco, it'll be Thomas, Shotofjems, Mobo, Newberry, and Williams. The Zags starting 5, Nembhard, Hickman, Ike, Watson, and Gregg. Mo, keys to the game for the Bulldogs to advance to that 27th straight WCC Tournament Championship game.
First, we got to establish Graham Ike. We talked about in the pregame how well he's playing. 26 points versus USF down in the Chase Center, so he's got to play well. Limit turnover, 17 against them last time. Obviously, it was a dominating win, but 17 is a big number. We can't allow them to turn us over and get out and run in transition. Third, I think it's most important, play with pace. I imagine San Francisco is going to slow it down a little bit, even though they like to run as well, but they don't want to get in a track meet. We'll win that race, so we got to play with our own pace, play with it early and often.
That's a look at our keys to the game as the Zags are introduced to a very pro-Zag crowd here at the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas. It's not sold out, but it's pretty darn close. And lots of red and blue in this building here tonight. San Francisco Dons huddled with their head coach, Chris Gerlofson, at the free throw line on the far end of the floor. And Coach Few has his starting 5 huddled around him as well as we get ready for the game. San Francisco, the lower seed, is going to wear their road gold uniforms with a green trim. San Francisco in green across their chests are named in green on the backs of the jerseys. For the Bulldogs, the traditional home whites with the red and blue trim. Gonzaga across the chests of the Bulldogs, their names in blue on the backs of the uniforms. Gonzaga will move left to right in the first 20 minutes of action here. Michael Reed is our lead official tonight on the floor with DJ Karstensen and Marcus Pettigrew calling our fouls here in tonight's game. Now Ike is going to jump center for the Bulldogs. Mobo for San Francisco. The Dons control the opening tip, and we are underway in the WCC semifinals. Mobo brings the ball into the front court, dribbling to his left. Short pass over to Newberry. Out to Shotofjems. Looking down low, nothing there. They're trying to post up. Williams on Nembhard. They can't get it there. Instead of pass the free throw line to Mobo. Back out to Newberry. Fakes the 3. Tries to drive on Gregg. Ben standing him up. Newberry gets into the paint. Spins. Forces. And misses. Craig comes away with the rebound. Nembhard up the right sideline for GU. Sideline pass to Hickman. Now to Greg. Straightaway three. Ben shot halfway down. Pops out. The ball is tipped into the corner. Chased down by Shot of Jamps. He saves it. And Anton Watson comes away with a loose ball. Now we've got a shot clock situation. And the ball was saved. And they're going to say it was a change of possession.
Possession back to 30.
Yeah, so the Bulldogs will inbound on the sideline. Greg on the near side. Passes into Hickman. Quickly over to Nembhard. Ryan dribbling to his right. Picked up defensively by Thomas. Screen from Hickman, screen from Ike. Throws a lob for Watson. Sliding down the baseline for a two-handed flush. Bulldogs strike first in Vegas.
Excellent backdoor cut from the weak side. Great finish as well. Good way to start.
Left side of the floor, it's Williams. He's had a couple good games against the Bulldogs. Drives here, gets around Hickman. Couldn't finish the shot. Ball tipped out. Shot of Jamps has it. In front of the GU bench to Williams. Right back to Shot of Jamps. Bobbles now gets it back. To Mobo, top of the key. Short pass back to Shot of Jamps. Hands it off to Thomas, three-point line. He'll pull up from 17 and hit the jumper to tie us at 2. Hickman quickly the other way for the Zags. Gets it down low to Ike. He's double teams. Able to get it away to Watson. Power dribble. Gets into the paint. Shot blocked from behind. Ike is trying to chase it down. Thomas beats him to it. Somehow saves it, but Greg comes away with it in the front court. Leaves it for Nembhard. Nembhard back to Greg at the three-point line. Extra pass in the corner. Watson drives. Newberry stands him up, and that's got to be a foul.
They tried to hit the hole right there for a handoff, but they both lowered their shoulder. Good call by the official. But
Newberry needed was a tackling dummy in front of him.
Yeah, exactly. Like he was trying to lay the wood. So was Anton. That was funny.
Foul on Newberry, first of the game.
Fullback dive.
The Zags get it in to Hickman. Refuses the screen at Ike. Passes in the left corner to Watson. Anton shoots a three and hits it. Turns around and says something to the guys on the San Francisco bench who were barking at him. Anton scored all 5 of Gonzaga's points.
It's always fun to hit one in front of the bench.
And in the front court, it's Williams with it. Bounces it. Three-point line left side. Mobo back to Williams. Shoots a three. Off the mark. Ike clears the glass to Nembhard. Dribbles behind his back to get free of the defender, Thomas. Gets to the left wing, pulls up, and sticks the jump shot. Zags 7, Dons 2.
Yeah, great pace right there. Then body control when he got bumped and get his feet set. About a 14-foot left side jumper. Great play from Nembhard.
Shot of Jamps, hands off, far sideline. Thomas briefly now, Williams, little weave action. Shot of Jamps has it again. Out top, he'll pull up, shoot a three, back iron, rebound is secured by Greg. Van will get it away to Nembhard. Ryan is on the move again. Up the right side, bounces for Ike, catches low post, gets into the paint, hop step, shot up, rattles around, wouldn't go. Greg flies in, bats the rebound away from Adon and saves it. Out to Watson. Anton bounces for Ike. Ike going to work again. This time off balance. The shot is off the mark. A lot of contact. The official says it was all ball.
Thought he got hit on the arm.
Williams into the front court. Gives it up to Mobo, top of the key. Over to Williams again. Williams, a three over Ike, hits. 7-5, Zags on top. Nembhard turns the corner, gets under the basket, passes it over left side to Hickman in front of the San Francisco bench. Out to Watson, three-point line. They dare him. He shoots it again. That one won't go down. Mobo has the rebound. Gets it away to Williams, up the left side for Thomas. Thomas driving, gets all the way to the rim. Challenged by Watson, misses the layup. Greg comes away with it. Long pass up the right side, looking for Hickman. He threw it over Nolan's head. Nolan wasn't quite looking for it, I don't think, Mo, and mistimed his jump. Zags turn it over.
Great defense so far, challenging at the rim. Then Greg had that first possession against Newberry and chested him twice, kept him out of the painted area, real close in. So defensively, we're doing a pretty good job. Ike needs to slow down when he catches inside and just go up and deliver. He's faking too much a little bit.
7-5, Zags on top, 16-10 to play first half. Williams swings it across half court. A couple early substitutions for the Dons. They will play 8 or 9 players. Greg poked it away from Williams. He got it back. Passes it out to Josh Coonan, who's just checked in. Coonan playing a little more these last couple of games. Passes away to Thomas. Little crossover dribble. Gets into the paint. Off balance shot. Wouldn't go. Whistle on a foul. Kind of a bailout there a little bit. And Thomas is going to shoot a couple of free throws. Looks like Graham Ike whistled for the person. We're headed to our first official timeout in Las Vegas. 15:56 to play first half. Gonzaga 7, San Francisco 5. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards that zero-turn lawnmower you've always wanted. And after using its edge-shaping technology to meticulously sculpt the face of the Mona Lisa into your grass, you'll become the undisputed king of Saturday morning lawn care, leaving your neighbor and sworn enemy Gary to question his place in the delicate neighborhood ecosystem. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Welcome back to the Orleans Arena in Las Vegas, where the Gonzaga Bulldogs are leading 7-5. We've got 15:56 to play in our game's first half. Zags 3 out of 8 so far, Mo. San Francisco's 2 of 7. Really early. What do you make of things, though?
I like our pace so far. Defensively, we've been good. Obviously, holding them 2 for 7. It's obviously early in the basketball game, getting up and down. Had a couple pop in and out. Ben Gregg's had a couple pop in and out from 3. So hopefully, this lady's firing this T-shirt gun right in front of me. I should have took a dive right there, man. Things we do.
So we return to action. Thomas is going to be at the free throw line. He shoots 86.5%. Scoring numbers up this year. Second-year transfer from USC. He'll shoot one more. Zags 7, Dons 5. Kennel Club behind the basket, making some noise. Second free throw for Thomas is good. 1 out of 2. It's 7-6. And pressure from San Francisco. Watson brings it up the floor. Passes up the left sideline to Gregg. They try to trap him, able to get it away to Watson. Now Nembhard, and Bulldogs will set up the offense. Watson now left side. Gregg quickly back out to Nembhard. Gets a screen from Watson. Bounces back. Anton, little one-hander in the paint. Connects from 12. He's off to a great start. 9-6 Zags.
Yeah, great pocket pass, and then they're playing a drop coverage, so that shot's going to be there, about a little 10 to 12-foot floater.
Williams between the circles. Screen from Coonan, dribbles to his left. Passes back to Coonan, the lefty at the three-point line, lets it go. Too strong. Ike takes the rebound away from Gregg. 2 white shirts in there to rebound. Nobody for San Francisco. Zags doing a nice job on the glass early. Nembhard driving with the left hand, fires back right side to Gregg. Ben sets and shoots. His 3 comes up short. Williams free throw line rebound for USF. Cross half court, gets it up to Beasley, who's just checked in. He'll dribble and shoot. The 3 is off the mark. Newberry comes away with the rebound. Passes in the paint to Thomas. He dribbles away from pressure. Now on the far side of the floor in front of the GU bench. Out to Coonan. Williams again gets a screen from Newberry. Dribbling left side. Pass out to Newberry. Straight away look at a 3 for him, and that one's good. He's a good shooter. Wide open look. Made the Bulldogs pay. We're tied for the second time tonight.
No rotation on that. They doubled the screener, the guy coming off the screen.
Nembhard left side. Watson sets a screen for him. Bounce back to Anton. Dribbles to the right wing now. Picks it up. Gets it away to Hickman. Nolan to the right sideline. Now to the baseline. Cut off. Finds Watson. He leans in. Shot won't go. And they're going to call an offensive foul on Anton Watson.
Yeah, he should have stayed on the pop back there, Huddy, instead of diving in. He would have had a wide open 15-footer. Nolan did a good job of bringing the defense with him. Anton's had a good start. That was a bad play right there. Hopefully he can not pick up another foul early in this second half, or first half, excuse me. Don't want to pick up his second.
14:20 to play first half. We are tied at 9 apiece here in the second semifinal game in Las Vegas. Williams across half court to the right side. Now between the circles. Hickman has him defensively. Screen from Newberry. Dribbles to his right. Pulls up. Shoots a three. It's good. And San Francisco has the lead. 12-9. Dons on top. 6 minutes gone by. Our first lead change of the game. Greg behind the play. Right sideline. Watson. They're just backing off and daring him. He bounces it to Braden Huff, who's just checked in. Huff going to work on Coonan. That's Mobo. Spins to his right. Leans in. Finishes. Oh, no. One official was ready to say count it. And the official on the baseline said wave it off. So the foul goes against Mobo, and the Bulldogs will inbound.
I imagine we're going to go right back at Mobo. Their best player, best interior scorer, does not like to get in foul trouble.
Nemhard looks to inbound. Gets it in to Huff. Huff going to work on Mobo. Here comes a double team. Beasley couldn't strip it away. Braden gets it out to Nemhard. Braden comes to set a screen. Nemhard refuses it. Bumps into Mobo. Fires it over to Hickman. Back to Huff. 3 seconds to shoot to Hickman. Pull-up jumper, right elbow. No good. Mobo up high to clear the glass. Zags trail 12-9. Got a little cold here offensively as Mobo drives, lays it up, finishes, and they're going to give him credit for the bucket there. Foul goes against Braden Huff, his first. And USF is on a little bit of a run here. Bulldogs led it 9-6. It is now 14-9 in favor of USF.
They got 4 for 11 from the field so far, 36%.
Mobo's free throw's no good. Huff rebounds. 8-0 run for the Dons to take this 14-9 lead. We have 13 minutes and change to play in the first half. Hickman off the Braden Huff screen, drives, tries to throw it up. And let's see, they're going to send him to the free throw line. Mo, it looked like the last second maybe he was trying to throw a pass. But
yeah, smart play, though. He jump stop and then stepped through it into an elevated defender to draw that foul. He was out of position. Gonzaga a little bit stagnant, like I just mentioned, scoring the basketball, so getting to the free throw line could help. And curious to see if we, after these free throws, if we go into our 30 press or 1-2-2, Hickman makes the first, 14-10.
8-0 run comes to an end. Coonan returns for Newberry, who just picked up his first personal foul. Nolan makes them both. Lead is 3 for the Dons as Ryan Beasley, the freshman guard, brings the ball up the floor. Nemhard meets him at half court, dribbles to his right, hands it off. His brother, Robbie Beasley, gives it up to Williams. He drives, hangs, and hits. Williams feeling good as he heads the other way, 16-11. Long pass up the floor, Nemhard to Huff. Braden is fouled from behind by Coonan. Great pass and great hustle by Braden to beat everybody down the floor.
Beautiful lead pass, right on the money. Should have made that and one. Honestly, though, that was a great run out by Braden Huff. Again, I would like to go at Mobo inside. Picked up that first personal. He's their best player. They do not like him off the floor.
Braden's first free throw is good. The second one is a little too strong. 1 out of 2. 16-12. San Francisco's made its last 4 from the field. The Zags haven't scored a field goal in over 3 minutes. There's Williams pulling up, shooting a 3. It's no good. Watson has the rebound, and the Bulldogs will head the other way. Hickman had it briefly to Nemhard. Into the paint, passes left side. Watson thought about a 3, pulled it down. Now back and Coonan down. Spins to the baseline. Now spins back. Leans in, gets up a shot. It's an air ball. Anton wanted a foul call, didn't get it. Mobo the other way quickly with the dribble. Little crossover, kick out to Williams. Gives it up to Mobo on the left wing. Faces up on Watson, into the paint, spins. Misses. Watson clears the glass.
Great defense inside.
Nemhard into the front court for the Bulldogs, who trail it 16-12. Finds Huff down low. Braden spins into the paint. Misses the shot. Ball batted around. Gregg goes up for the rebound. The putback is no good, but he's fouled. And let's see who they get. That's Coonan,
yeah.
who picked up his second personal foul, and that'll bring us to an official timeout. Ben Gregg shooting free throws as we come back to Las Vegas. 11:47 to play first half. San Francisco 16, Gonzaga 12. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
At Wheatland Bank, we're all about relationships, so we couldn't be more proud to announce the relationship of a lifetime. Wheatland Bank is now part of the Glacier family of regional banks. With Glacier at our side, we'll deliver exciting new products and the latest technologies. Still, we're keeping our name, like one of those power couples you read about in the magazines. But you know, still bankers. Wheatland Bank. Relationships you can count on.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Did you know that breast cancer deaths have declined by more than 37% since the introduction of annual screening mammography in the 90s? The data doesn't lie. Early detection saves lives. If you're 40 or older, call Inland Imaging at 509-455-4455 or go to inlandimaging.com/schedule to schedule your annual mammogram. Ask us about evening and weekend appointments. Inland Imaging, for answers you can trust and care you can count on.
Which schools will take home the prestigious Learfield Directors Cup for the 2023-24 college athletics season? You can follow the standings of your favorite school or alma mater at L Directors Cup on Twitter and online at thedirectorscup.com. That's thedirectorscup.com and L Directors Cup on Twitter. Trophies will be awarded in June 2024 to the winning institutions in all competitive divisions. Learfield Directors Cup, the crowning achievement in college athletics.
11:47 to play first half. The Dons lead the Bulldogs 16-12. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield. Listen to coverage of NCAA championships on the Varsity Network app powered by Learfield. Fans can hear Westwood One's exclusive national coverage along with most school broadcasts through a multicast option. That's only on the Varsity Network app, available for free in your app store. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here courtside at the Orleans Arena. And the Zags, hard time getting the ball in the basket at this juncture. You look at, they've been doing all their scoring from the free throw line. They've hit just one of their last 8 attempts. They haven't scored from the field in close to 4 minutes.
Yeah, 4-13 overall. Defensively, we've been okay, holding them to 6 of 15. Doing a good job on the glass as well, plus 4. So hanging in there with our defense. Hopefully some of these shots start to drop.
It's just 4 out of 13. Gregg makes both free throws. He's going to check out. We'll see the freshman Dusty Stromer for the first time. Zags cut it to 2. San Francisco will bring the ball up the floor. Mobo into the front court. Dribbles to the top of the key where he's met by Huff. It's a screen. Dribbles to his right. Passes to Beasley, who makes the three-point shot. 19-14. He's been shooting well of late. 8 back to 5 for the Dons. Nembhard dribbles to his left off a Watson screen. Pass back to Anton. One dribble, gives it away to Stromer. Shot of James back on the floor. Almost caused a turnover. Stromer bounces to Huff, top of the key. 11 seconds to shoot. Pass right side Hickman. Hickman to the baseline with the dribble. Retreats. Clock ticks down to 5. Hickman finds Watson at the free throw line. One-hander won't go down. Flying in and grabbing the rebound is Huff. Kick out to Nembhard. Sets his feet. Shoots the 3 and connects. Big-time offensive board for Braden Huff. And the Bulldogs got the lead to 2.
Rebounded out of his area in traffic. Like you said, big-time effort. Gets an easy 3 for Nembhard. Hopefully that gets him going.
San Francisco with the basketball. Shot of Jamps, straight away, look at a 3. It's off the back iron. Rebound at the free throw line goes to Mobo. Hands it off to Beasley. Beasley retreats to the dribble. One-handed pass over to Thomas, who's returned. Thomas bounces to Mobo at the three-point line. Mobo directing traffic out there. Drives, kicks. Newberry shoots the 3. Halfway down, pops out. Nembhard secures the rebound for GU. Bulldogs down by 2 as we approach 10 minutes to play first half. Nembhard drives, draws defense, kicks in the corner to Stromer. Can't get up a shot. Feeds Huff down low, defended by Newberry. Spins to the baseline. That soft lefty touch. Braden Huff hits to tie things at 19.
Good spin against momentum right there against the middle pressure. Gets to his left hand, gets one to the drop. Great move from Huff.
Zag fans getting loud as Mobo brings into the front court. Short pass over to Newberry at the three-point line. Fakes the handoff. Dribbles to his right. Gets to the baseline under the basket for Mobo. He hands it off to Thomas. Wide open, look at a three. And the Dons go back on top.
Completely lost him in that interchange on that drive. Breakdown defensively.
Nemhard. Screen from Huff. One from Watson as well. Pulls up, shoots a three to answer. That one's no good. Stromer flies in, pokes the ball away. And, well, that is not a good call in a game of this magnitude. That's a ball that's up for grabs, the free throw line. That's just a straight-up rebounding. Three guys trying to find their hands onto the basketball. Dusty whistled for his first. Substitutions. Braden Huff heads to the bench. Graham Ike is back in. Robbie Beasley, the older of the Beasley brothers, checks in, as does Josh Coonan, who plays with 2 personal fouls. Williams across half court. Picked up by Stromer. Pass left sideline to Newberry. Hands it off to Thomas. Bounce for Coonan. Poked away by Ike, but he gets it back. Coonan dribbles to the right. Short pass to Williams. Williams driving with the left hand. Kicks it left side. Beasley fakes the shot. Passes it back into the hands of Williams. 7 seconds on the clock. Newberry fakes the jumper. Drives. Kicks it out of bounds, and it's Gonzaga basketball.
That good rotation defensively. There was multiple dribble handoff action. And Bluffin recovers. Great possession.
Bulldogs trail by 3. 9 minutes to play first half. Semifinals in Las Vegas. Winner takes on St. Mary's. Nemhard hands it off to Watson. Now to Hickman. Leave action out top for Nemhard again. Now Watson. They back off him at the three-point line. Bounce for Ike. Graham spins baseline on Coonan. Gets up a shot. Hits the rim and goes in. Graham's first bucket of the game cuts the lead to 22-21.
That go directly inside. Get him going as one of the keys to the game. Get your big fella some touches inside.
Williams has the ball in front of the GU bench. That pass is stolen away by Nemhard. He's on the run. The shot is rejected. They're going to call a goaltend. Give Nemhard credit for the basket. And Gonzaga goes back ahead 23-22.
Great play by Nemhard to get in that passing lane. Great finish.
Zag fans starting to make some noise.
Ryan Beasley in the game for the Dogs. Ben Gregg back for Gonzaga.
Ben Gregg's going to check in, replacing Anton Watson. Well, Nemhard, Stromer, Gregg, Hickman, and Ike for the Zags. Beasley brings the ball up the floor for USF. In the front court, hands it off to Williams. Gets a screen from Newberry. Dribbles from the right side of the floor to the left. About 30 feet from the basket. Pass to Thomas. Tries to get baseline on Hickman. Nolan cuts him off. He gets into the paint, fakes the shot. He hits, and USF is headed to the free throw line. That was one of the big things all the coaches were talking about. Don't fight on that jump or that shot fake. Easier said than done.
Got to stay down and stay within your cylinder and get a vertical contest without fouling, obviously. This is the same as the other 2 games that we played with them, where they hung with us in the first half and then we've had a run. But this San Francisco team is tough. They got good guards and then good inside presence, and they play really smart.
3-point play. 25-23 USF. And Martin in the front court finds Gregg trailing. He's at the top of the key. Couple of dribbles. Short pass to Hickman. Nolan uses a screen from Ben to the free throw line with the dribble. Can't get up a shot. He loses the handle. Short pass to Nemhard. Falls for a screen. Gets it from Ike. Graham sets another one for the point guard. Bounces it right corner to Gregg. Catches, shoots. Comes up short on the three-point attempt. And San Francisco almost lost the ball. Checking in is Markovetsky, the big 7'2" transfer from Washington State. Oldemir Markovetsky, 5th-year player for the Dons. Beasley has it. It's Ryan Beasley, the freshman. Fakes right, drives left, knocked away from behind by Nemhard, right in the hands of Ike. Graham passes it out to Hickman up the left side. San Francisco gets back defensively. Here's a pass to Ike at the three-point line. He lets it go. Too strong. Rebound is grabbed by Markovetsky for USF. 25-23 the lead as Thomas tries to get around Stromer, but he can't. Retreats with the dribble on the near sideline. Now takes it back out top. Thomas bounces it to Newberry. Back to Thomas. Fakes the three. Dribbles to his left, gets a screen from Newberry. Can't do anything with it. Pass over right side, wide open. Look at a three. Newberry hits. Another miscommunication for the Bulldogs in the defensive end. Coach Few's not happy as the Zags, again, find themselves down by 5.
Yeah, it was a switch situation. They ran a horn set with a flare screen, and our guys didn't switch on the flare screen. It's allowed a pop back for Newberry wide open. About 2 or 3 of those in this first half. We got to clean that up.
We have an official timeout on the floor with the Bulldogs calling a timeout. USF 28, Gonzaga 23. Back at the Orleans Arena right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza
is a big deal.
So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
We're back in Las Vegas, the Orleans Arena. Tom Hudson alongside Adam Morrison. The Bulldogs trail San Francisco 28-23. Each team has led by 5 points in a game that has featured 3 lead changes and 3 ties. And Mo, the Bulldogs starting to find a little bit of traction offensively. It's been the defense here over these last couple of minutes that has allowed San Francisco to make 6 out of 13 three-point attempts in the first half.
Yeah, we've had miscommunication on some simple actions that we've seen all year long, so we need to obviously pick that up and understand what our plan will be against those actions. Because like I said earlier, San Francisco has the guts to just kind of say, hey, you know what, guys, tonight let's just shoot a ton of threes and see what happens, right? And I know they're a good inside presence with Mogbo, but, you know, they got boat race last game. Say, hey, let's shoot 33s tonight. We make 15 of them. It's going to be a tough way for Gonzaga to beat us. So it's a dangerous team. We've got to get on track offensively.
Now Gonzaga will inbound. Stromer checks out of the game. Ben Gregg is back in there. Coach Few continues to talk to his freshman. Bulldogs go to work on offense now. Watson, three-point line right side, gives up to Ike at the free throw line. Back out to Nembhard. Ike posts. Markovetsky defends. Graham spins to the baseline. Shot in. That's a tough one. Maybe even he got poked on that, but just got it over the rim and in. So Graham has 4.
Pretty good defense by Markovetsky, so great finish from EK.
Bulldogs trail by 3. Williams throwing over the top, catching down there is Markovetsky for the lay-in. Boy, anything they got to hit him is bonus on the offensive end. Markovetsky with his first bucket of the game. Watson dribbling, spins, can't get up a shot, kicks it out to Nembhard. Nembhard gets a screen from EK, three-point line right side. Keeps the dribble live, leans into the defender, shot wouldn't go. A block is called on Beasley, who is holding his face. And now the San Francisco coaching staff is asking for a review. And there we go. Or no, the official's just saying it was a basketball play. Good for him.
Yeah.
It was. Yeah. It's just unfortunate, but it's...
You can't have... I think they should go to you get 2 challenges or whatever.
Yeah.
Like, you know, I mean, you kind of have to put a limit on it. Yeah, see, they're going over to look at it, talking about it.
Yeah, so two of the officials are having a conversation, and now that's kind of interesting because I don't know the rule 100%, Mo, but if you've already made the free throw, we play on, right? Like it's.
No, you're right. It's a play. Yeah, it's the next play.
So, you could go, but they're going to, and there's no doubt there's contact. You see Ryan. his arm hits the defender.
Yeah, he elbowed him in the face, but he was going up for a shot. So get your face out of the way. It wasn't like blatant or dirty. Seriously though, like sometimes you guys catch one. The argument I would have is like, okay, then he's in his cylinder, and that's a big emphasis. They talk about it all the time. If you're in his cylinder, it's an automatic foul. So if your face is in my cylinder, I can't shorten up my elbows to shoot a shot, right? So
officials say no flagrant, and that's good, and they did it quickly.
Yeah.
The official motioning over, he's in his cylinder, so go back, and Nembhard will shoot another free throw. Ryan has 8 points, 3 assists. He's Gonzaga's leading scorer. Ncaam was 7.
So I almost feel like, too, Huddy, if you want to really manipulate at the end of a game, tell one of your guys to motion like you got hit in the face. Review it. Timeout, you get a 30-second timeout.
It's true.
All right? Just come over and you can draw something up or talk about a situation that you normally wouldn't if you didn't have timeouts, or you save that timeout, essentially. So
Nembhard makes both free throws, give him 9, and Williams brings it into the offensive end for the Dons. Going to his left off a screen from Mobo. Hickman stays with him. Another screen. Williams passes back left side. Beasley fakes the 3, tries to drive on Nembhard. Ryan denies him. Pass back out top. Thomas glances up. Shot clock's at 8. Thomas gets a screen from Newberry. Dribbles to his right. Now defended by Gregg. Pulls up from 17. Back iron no good. Mobo tips the ball away from Ike, but into the Bulldog bench out of bounds. And a good defensive possession there for the Zags, who trail by 3 with 5:32 to play in the first. Nembhard passes in the front court to Gregg. Snaps one out top to Watson. Dribbles to his left to Ike, top of the key. Graham one dribble handoff for Hickman. Nolan bobbles, gets it back to Ike, the three-point line. Now he's going to back down. Mobo gets into the paint. Double team comes, fakes, off balance, shoots, rolls around, wouldn't go down. The ball is out of bounds, but a foul is going to be called, I believe, on San Francisco. Anton is saying he's just absolutely grabbing me and pulling me down, and the official got the right call.
Good call. It was a tough one, but he exactly had Watson's arm. It's a tough break. Newberry's a good player for them defensively. Bonus time too, right, Huddy?
Yep.
It's 7.
So second foul on Newberry sends him to the bench with 5:13 to play in the first half. Watson's first, won't go down. Ike fights for the rebound. Coonan chases it down and saves it. Boy, the Bulldogs all thought that he was stepping out of bounds. The official wasn't paying attention, judging by the reactions from the players from San Francisco. Will retain possession. Here's Williams out top with it. 30-27, Don's lead, just under 5 to play first half. Mobo holds three-point line, drives with the left hand, loses it, and it's off his knee, out of bounds. Gonzaga basketball. It's another thing they've been doing, Mo, is like they've been isolating with Mobo. Let's bring the ball up the floor.
Well, they're trying to get their guards going without pressure. We know we're not going to guard Mobo. We're going to back sag off of them. So actually, it's a great adjustment. So then you can free up your guards to come off flare screens and whatnot. They've knocked down threes.
Nembhard gets a screen from Ike, shoots a 3. Halfway down, that one popped out of there. Coonan chases down the rebound. Still a 3-point lead for USF. Williams gets a screen from Mobo. Dribbles to his right, now gets another one. To his left, picks it up, pass out to Coonan. Now Beasley. Dribbles away from the pressure. Passes back right side, Thomas. Drives with the left hand, gets all the way to the rim, can't finish the layup. Mobo tips it right into the hands of Hickman. He passes up the left side. Nembhard on the run with a head of speed, just throws it up there. Bodies all over the place, no whistle. Coach Pugh is not happy as Bulldogs will try to get back here and play some defense. Wow.
Weird play.
There's Nembhard trying to get the steal from Coonan. Almost poked it away, but the big man comes away with it. Skips it left side to Beasley. Out top, Williams. Wants to drive on Gregg. Gets into the paint. The runner is up and in. Dons lead at 32-27. Hickman picks up the dribble. Feeds Ike. Spins to the baseline on Mobo. Shot was blocked. Dons come away with it. Coonan has the basketball.
Contact.
Yeah, a lot of contact. Williams out top, pulls up, shoots a deep three. It's off the back iron. Thomas flies in, grabs the rebound. He'll give it up to Beasley in the left corner. He's got one on the way. It's good on the scramble play. Beasley knocks it down, and the Dons have their biggest lead of the night.
Got a rebound, and then obviously got to locate shooters.
Nembhard to Ike, hands it back to Nembhard. Skip left side Watson. They leave him open at the three-point line again. Now slowly dribble it down on Coonan. Gets him into the paint. Gets a shot up. It rattles around and drops.
Good decision by Anton. You're going to get that much space. Close the gap up. Get to a functional spot on the floor and make that little jump hook.
That's 9 now for Anton Watson. Bulldogs trail 35-29. Williams dribbles it down in front of us here at the table. To the left side, hands it off to Beasley. He bounces to Mobo. They go back to Beasley, who can't finish with the left hand. That one popped out. Rim's not kind here at the Orleans Arena at this point. Gregg with a head of steam, leans into Coonan, misses the shot, put back, no good for Ben Gregg, but great energy from the Bulldogs junior, and he's going to shoot free throws when we come back. Who do they get on that one? All the big men for San Francisco were in there, and they're going to call it on Coonan. That's his third personal.
That's his third.
We've got a break in the action. 2:27 to play, first half. Dons continue to lead. 35-29 is our score. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog Basketball from Learfield.
Hey, this is Megan Gower from Her Hoop Stats. Join co-host Rob Joyce and I each week as we break down the latest in women's basketball across the country on College Sports Now. We've got analysis, expert guests, the latest bracketology breakdowns, and more. From coast to coast, we've got you covered with all of the action now through the Final Four in April. Search College Sports Now wherever you get your podcasts and check out herhoopstats.com for all of your women's basketball needs.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 till March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
San Francisco 35, Zags 29, 2:27 to play in the first half here at the Orleans Arena. We'll visit Spokane, home of the Gonzaga Bulldogs. This busy city along the roaring Spokane River Gorge has it all. Culinary, beer, wine, entertainment, and outdoor adventure. Whether you already live in the area or you're looking for a vacation, start planning adventures now. Go to visitspokane.com. Live like a Zag. 6-point lead for USF. They led by 8 just moments ago. Ben Gregg's going to shoot a couple of free throws for the Bulldogs here as they try to scratch their way back into this thing. GU just 10 of 28 from the field right now for 36%. The Zags have hit 2 of 8 from behind the three-point line. Meanwhile, San Francisco 13 out of 28, Mo, and big number, the three-point shooting, 7 out of 15.
Yeah, 7 out of 15 is unacceptable. Obviously, this team is an analytic team. We talked about it. They want layups or threes, and they're taking a bunch of threes. And you mentioned earlier, they got Mogbo bringing the ball up and kind of running some spread action, like with the examples like the Warriors have. Draymond bring it up, or even when the Nuggets, you see Jokic do it so they can get Jamal Murray. You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. You can run a flare screen and then you can backdoor. Beasley had that backdoor opportunity. Like I said, what's his name, man? I can never pronounce his name. Gustafson? Gurlifson. I can't pronounce it.
I know.
I don't know why. I just think Gustafson or something. Anyway, he's a good coach. He's an analytic coach like Todd Golden and Kyle Smith before him. So they're willing to try new things and kind of buck the system. And so far, their scheme is pretty good in this first half. Gurlifson, right?
Yeah.
I'll just say the coach from USF.
Yeah, there you go.
Just do that.
Gregg's first free throw and won't go. Rolled around the rim, hit the glass, and rolled off. Ben's second is good. 35-30 is the advantage for San Francisco as Williams brings the ball up the floor. He'll be met at half court by Hickman. Shot up jumps back on the floor. They pass to Mobile at the three-point line. Shot up jumps underneath the basket. Tries a wraparound pass to Markovetsky. Ike had it, and Markovetsky with a little reach-in foul. They kind of joke sometimes, all the physical contact and everything else that goes on, and then a little poke around. Just knocked it away. The foul is whistled. Graham Ike is going to step to the free throw line for the Bulldogs. Ike has 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting. And we'll shoot the front end of a 1-and-1. That's 9 team fouls on USF. First one for Graham won't go down. And then a foul called on Anton Watson. 5 seconds. That's his second, trying to grab the rebound.
Free throws that we missed. What are we at right now? 7 for 10? Yeah. 8 for 12. 8 for 12. It's not great, not terrible.
Anton picks up the personal. San Francisco has it.
It's a big final 2-10 here in that first half here, down 5. Got to capitalize at the free throw line.
Williams into the front court. Short pass over to Thomas, who loses it out of bounds. No, the official's going to say Stromer was last to touch. That's another one of those plays where you just see people's reactions, right? And
the players tell you to give it away, Exactly right.
USF is going to throw the ball into the backcourt from in front of the GU bench. Thomas has it again. Far side of the floor. Defended by Stromer, who's returned. Trying to get it to Mobo. They can't. And a 5-second call is going to be made on Thomas. Dusty Stromer supplying the pressure. Thomas turns it over with 1:52 to play in the half. Nemhard brings it across half court for GU. Bulldogs trail by 5. Greg has it now between the circles. Dribbling to his left, now picks it up to Ike at the three-point line. Graham holds, underhanded toss to Stromer. Turns the corner with the left hand, kicks back out to Hickman. He bounces it to Ike. Ike defended by Markovetsky. Double comes, kick out to Hickman, sets and shoots. The 3 is good, all net for Nolan Hickman. He has 5, and the Bulldogs cut it to 35-33.
Great inside-outside basketball, simple.
Zag fans making some noise again. Williams hands it off on the near sideline to Thomas. Pass out to Mobo between the circles. Back to Williams. Williams into the paint. Hop step. Fires one high off the glass. Wouldn't go. Markovetsky rebound. He had it stripped away. Ike comes away with it to Nemhard. Nemhard making his way up the floor. Ryan driving on Markovetsky. Pulls up one-hander. Too strong. Ball tipped out. Nemhard comes away with it to Greg. Stromer out top. He'll shoot a 3 for the lead. And hit! Dusty Stromer from straight away, 36-35 Zags.
Great job on the glass to get that extra one from Nemhard on his own missed shot. Hardest shot in basketball is the offensive rebound, kick out 3. Dusty Stromer with a big one.
4th lead change of the game comes on Stromer's first field goal attempt of the night. Zags lead at 36-35. USF is led by as many as 8. Zags' biggest lead was 5 early at 7-2. So timeout called by the Dons. Zag pep band is up and making some noise. Kennel Club showing a little bit of enthusiasm over there. Gonzaga has rallied from 8 down to take this 1-point lead. Back-to-back 3s. One from Hickman and then Stromer. Winner of this one will take on St. Mary's. Nails had a little problem with the 4-seed Santa Clara in today's first semifinal game. Also, congratulations to the Gonzaga women. They took care of Pacific earlier today in their semifinal game. They'll play for the championship tomorrow. And USF is going to make a substitution. Shotov-Jamps back in. Gives it up to Williams. So Shotov-Jamps comes into the game for Beasley. Cross half court with a dribble. Finds Mobile between the circles. Dribbles to his right. Has to back down Greg. Ben trying to stand him up. He loses the handle. Now gets it back. Ben continued to hound. Ball got away to Thomas. 3 on the way. Rims out. Stromer flies in to grab the rebound. Hands it off to Nemhard. Boy, almost another broken play. 3 for the Dons. Zag fans take to their feet here. Nemhard directing traffic, points Stromer into the far corner. 17 to play first half, 14 on the shot clock. Ike comes and sets a screen for Nemhard. Dribbles to the free throw line with it. Pulls up. Right elbow jumper. Oh, net! Zags with 8 straight from the field. They lead at 38-35. Shot of jams into the front court. 4 seconds left in the half. Drives on Stromer. Dusty cuts him off. Pass in the paint. Mobo. He'll drive. Shot at the buzzer. Rattles around and drops. So Mobo gets the bucket to finish the half, but the Bulldogs with a strong final 2 minutes will take a 1-point lead into the locker room just like they did 11 days ago at the Chase Center in San Francisco. We've got a timeout. Halftime show come up next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza
is a big deal.
So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
eBay Motors is here for the ride. Go ahead, feel your engine. Admire that perfectly installed exhaust. Your vehicle's moving along this freeway like it was made from fresh installs and a whole lot of love. With eBay Motors, you get over 122 million parts to keep it running. And with eBay Guaranteed Fit, they'll be the perfect fit every time. Plus, at these prices, well, we're burning rubber, not cash. Keep your ride or die alive at ebaymotors.com. Eligible items only. Exclusions apply.
On the Gonzaga Sports Network from Learfield, welcome to the Numerica Credit Union Halftime Show. We'll bring you stats and analysis from the first 20 minutes, as well as a look at scores from around the nation. Now we head back inside the Learfield Network studios.
Gonzaga with a 38-37 halftime lead over third-seeded San Francisco at halftime. Mo, an entertaining game, and it's kind of followed the script of the first two. The first half has been highly competitive.
Yeah, it's been fun. San Francisco plays a great style. We've got up and down, started to score better there in the last 5 minutes. Fun game.
The Bulldogs would go back and forth in this one with San Francisco. Gonzaga had raced out to the early 7-2 lead. San Francisco would score 10 of the next 12 points, go on an 8-0 run in that stretch, and they would lead 14-9. Gonzaga finally found its offensive footing after not scoring from the field for just about 4 minutes. Braden Huff coming off the bench and paying dividends as soon as he takes the floor. Bulldogs down by 2 as we approach 10 minutes to play first half. Nembhard drives, draws defense, kicks in the corner to Stromer. Can't get up a shot. Feeds Huff down low, defended by Newberry. Spins to the baseline. That soft lefty touch. Braden Huff hits to tie things at 19. Braden had some awesome minutes, Mo. I know, again, you look at it, you say it's, 457. But he made that big play on the rebound and also scored that basket for the Bulldogs to tie things up.
Yeah. Playing his tail off. Limited minutes. Yeah. Exactly what he's got to do.
Right? Yeah. So Braden ties things up at 19 apiece. San Francisco would go back on top, building a lead as big as 8 at 35-27. But the Zags, start coming back. Dusty Stromer, his first shot is a good one for the Bulldogs to put them back on top. Too strong. Ball tipped out. Nembhard comes away with it to Greg. Stromer out top. He'll shoot a 3 for the lead and hit. Dusty Stromer from straight away. 36-35 Zags.
Great job on the glass to get that extra one from Nembhard on his own missed shot. Hardest shot in basketball is the offensive rebound kick out 3.
Dusty Stromer makes the shot, and kudos to the young man. He had a missed switch, Mo, that gave San Francisco a wide open 3, and he was immediately pulled from the game and heard it from the coaching staff. kudos to him to get back in there, make that three. Also flew around, grabbed a couple of rebounds.
Yep. Good first half, just like Braden. Energy off the bench. If we've got to do in these type of games, make an impact, even if it's not just scoring. Obviously, he made that three, but play good defense, get your hand on rebounds. Good first half for both the freshmen.
Yeah, 36-35 off of that three-point shot from Dusty Stromer. Gonzaga's point guard Ryan Nemhard was spectacular in the first half, leading Gonzaga in scoring and helping them push that lead up to 3 points. EK comes, sets a screen for Nemhard. Dribbles to the free throw line with it. Pulls up, right elbow jumper. Oh, net! Zags with 8 straight from the field. They lead at 38-35. Gonzaga does a masterful job closing out that half, Mel. They trailed 35-27 with 3.5 to play in the first half, and they would score 11 of the last 13 to take the lead. Great stuff again from Ryan Nemhard.
Yeah, great energy. Our guys did a good job defensively for the most part. It's going to be a fun second half.
We're going to take a break here in Las Vegas. Christian Heimel standing by in our Learfield, North Carolina studios. He's got our halftime show score update. Again, the Bulldogs trail for 12.5 minutes of the first half, but they score 11 of the final 13 going into the locker room and lead it by 1. 38-37 our score. Back after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
When you play the lottery, you are supporting education across Washington, preschool and post-high school. You're providing opportunities to the leaders of tomorrow and a chance at higher learning for those wanting more. You're supporting ABCs and PhDs, priming the next finger paint proteges, and providing tuition for undergrad overachievers. We know today's spelling bee superstars and soon-to-be CEOs appreciate you, and we do too. Thanks for playing.
When you play, all of Washington wins. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
Time for a check of the scores around the WCC and around the nation. Let's go to the network studios.
Halftime at the Orleans Arena, Gonzaga an 8-0 run to close out the first period. They lead at 38-37 over San Francisco. Christian Heimel with you back in our Learfield Network studios with your halftime scoreboard update. Earlier today in Las Vegas, the Gonzaga women winning their program record 24th straight as they knock off Pacific 72-61 in the WCC semifinals. League Player and Defensive Player of the Year, Von Ejim, led the 14th-ranked Zags with 18 points, 13 boards. GU wins their 30th game of the season. Bulldogs take on Portland tomorrow in the title game after the Pilots narrowly beat Santa Clara 63-61 in the other semifinal. Gonzaga swept the season series over Portland, including a 50-point home win on senior night back on February 28th. In the other West Coast Conference men's semifinal, top-seeded and 21st-ranked St. Mary's took on the 4th-seeded Santa Clara. Alex Dukas leading the way for the Gales with 21 points on 7 of 11 shooting. And St. Mary's, 7-11 from 3, St. Mary's wins at 79-65. Elsewhere across the country, championship week and 2 other tickets to March Madness handed out tonight. In the Sun Belt, James Madison Dukes, ranked for quite some time earlier this year, pick up their 31st win of the season, knocking off Arkansas State 91-71. They reached the big dance for the first time since 2013. And an even longer drought snapped in the SoCon title game as Samford defeats East Tennessee State 76-69, claiming their first spot in the NCAA tournament since 2000. In our nation's capital, Charleston, the top seed and reigning champions in the CAA, defeated Towson 61-56 thanks to a 13-1 run that saw the Cougars come back from down 7 with 4 minutes to play. Their opponent, that's the big surprise in this tournament for the Coastal, as 7th-seeded Stony Brook uses a late 13-0 run to defeat the 3rd-seeded Hofstra Pride 63-59. Summit League Championship will take place in Sioux Falls tomorrow night. There'll be some home cooking for the South Dakota State Jackrabbits, who advanced to the title game with a 59-49 victory over St. Thomas, Minnesota. They will face the Denver Pioneers, who held Omaha without a bucket over the final 5 minutes en route to a 66-63 final. Indianapolis, the site of the Horizon League tournament, where the Oakland Golden Grizzlies advanced to tomorrow's championship game with a 74-71 win over Cleveland State, thanks to some late free throws. They will take on the Panthers of Milwaukee, who used 2 different 10-0 runs in the second half to take the lead and then pull away from Northern Kentucky for an 82-75 win. Other news from college basketball today. It was announced that the Kansas Jayhawks will be without Hunter Dickinson and Kevin McCullough Jr. for the Big 12 tournament this week. Dickinson suffering a dislocated shoulder in KU's loss at top-ranked Houston Saturday, while McCullough continues to recover from a bone bruise on his knee. Kansas head coach Bill Self did have some good news for Jayhawk fans, noting that Dickinson's injury will not require surgery and he will be able to return for the NCAA tournament. And finally, some Seattle Seahawks free agency news. The team has re-signed both defensive lineman Leonard Williams and tight end Noah Fant. Williams' contract, 3 years, $64.5 million, just under 49 of that guaranteed, while Fant's deal is for 2 years and a total value of $31 million, including a $9 million signing bonus. With your scoreboard update, I'm Christian Imel. 17th ranked Zags trying to beat San Francisco for the 3rd time this year and meet the Gales in tomorrow's title game. At the break, Zags lead at 38-37. Halftime stats coming your way from Vegas after this. You're listening to Gonzaga men's basketball from Learfield.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds, which could be life-changing. I mean, you could put that money towards concert tickets for your daughter to see that singer who sings about painful breakups. And one song will inspire your little beauty to break up with that beast she's dating, Brian. Instead, she'll date someone who's nice and worthy of her love, not someone who addresses you and your spouse as bro. And it's all because you could save money switching at Progressive.com. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states.
Welcome back to the Orleans Arena, where the Bulldogs enjoy a 1-point halftime lead, 38-37. The score very similar to the game up or over, I guess, in San Francisco, where the Bulldogs trailed for the majority of the first half, but took the lead late in the half. It happened again here tonight. Gonzaga getting 11 points from Ryan Nemhard on 4 of 8 shooting. He is Gonzaga's leading scorer. Also 5 assists, no turnovers, and 2 steals. Anton Watson had 9 first-half points. He was 4 out of 8 from the field. Graham Ike held to 4 points on 2 of 7 shooting. 5 points for Nolan Hickman. He knocked down a 3 and a pair of free throws. 3 each for Huff and Stromer off the bench. In all, the Zags shoot 13 out of 32 in the first half. That's just 40.6%, well below their season average, about 52. 4 out of 10 from behind the three-point line for the Bulldogs. 8 out of 12. At the free throw line. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, Williams, 4 out of 9 from the field, has 11. He's knocked down a pair of threes. 8 points for Thomas. He's 3 of 7 from the field. Newberry finished with 6. 4 for Mobo. Beasley had 6 points in the first half. Markovetsky finished with 2 points in the first half. USF, a little bit better than the Bulldogs. They made 1 more field goal on the same number of attempts. 14 out of 32. 7 out of 16 shooting threes for the Dons. 2 out of 4 at the free throw line. Rebounding, Zags plus 1 on the glass, 21-20. 8 boards for Ben Gregg. He did not score from the field. Ben was 0 for 4, missed 3 threes, but did a monster job on the glass. Brought great energy for the Bulldogs as he finished with 8 first-half rebounds and also blocked a shot for GU. 10 assists, 2 turnovers for the Zags. 10 assists, 7 turnovers for San Francisco. That's a look at our halftime statistics. We're going to take a break. When we come back, Second half action coming your way from the Orleans Arena. 20 minutes to see who's going to play St. Mary's in tomorrow's championship game. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
At Wheatland Bank, we're all about relationships, so we couldn't be more proud to announce the relationship of a lifetime. Wheatland Bank is now part of the Glacier family of regional banks. With Glacier at our side, we'll deliver exciting new products and the latest technologies. Still, we're keeping our name, like one of those power couples you read about in the magazines. But you know, still bankers. Wheatland Bank, relationships you can count on.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
When you play the lottery, you are supporting education across Washington, preschool and post-high school. You're providing opportunities to the leaders of tomorrow and a chance at higher learning for those wanting more. You're supporting ABCs and PhDs, priming the next finger paint proteges, and providing tuition for undergrad overachievers. We know today's spelling bee superstars and soon-to-be CEOs appreciate you, and we do too. Thanks for playing.
When you play, all of Washington wins. Must be 18 or older to purchase.
Almost time for the second half in Las Vegas. Mo, what do you want to see to the Bulldogs here in these last 20 minutes?
Obviously, we got to shoot a little bit better. You mentioned the 13 and 32, only 40%. The assist numbers are pretty good, 10-2, and the turnovers +1 on the glass. So I think got to guard the three-point line is the biggest thing for me. 7-16 for USF, but for the most part, if we can just make some more shots, we can probably extend this lead. Got to guard the three-point line better.
Zags still huddled around Coach Pugh, the far side of the floor. Championship game tomorrow at 6 o'clock. The winner of this one again will face St. Mary's. The Gales had little problems with Santa Clara in the first semifinal game here today. 6 o'clock tip tomorrow to play for the WCC's automatic bid into the NCAA tournament. Zags lead 38-37. Starters come out of the huddle to open the second half. Nembhard, Hickman, Gregg, Watson, and Ike. Gonzaga's going to have the basketball. Moving right to left here in the second half. Don still huddled around their head coach. And now they'll join the Zags on the floor. Their starters out there as well. Thomas Williams, Shotofjemps, Mobo, and Newberry. Waiting for the whistle to blow. And we'll get this second half underway. 11 for Nembhard in the first half to lead Gonzaga. 11 scored by Williams of USF. Watson inbounds in the backcourt to Nembhard, and we are underway. Pass left side to Hickman, hands it right back to Nembhard. Holds the three-point line on the left side. Past Hickman coming off a Watson screen, gets into the paint. Little one-hander over Newberry, up and in. Hickman wanted a foul call. He got smacked across the arm, didn't get it, but he does get the bucket for a three-point lead.
Oh, he got hit right on the elbow, like you said. That's an obvious one.
Shotofjemps, dribbling to his left, trying to get it away to Williams. He does at the left elbow. Screen from Newberry. Hickman is tripped by the Newberry screen, and then Williams hits the jump shot as he's not defended. Bulldogs lead is one again. Here's Watson driving. Lays it up with the right hand. Boy, quick switch from the left to the right. Got it in.
Yeah, he's got to attack. If they're going to play that sag defense on him, just attack and get going downhill.
Williams out top. Defended by Watson. Pass over right side. Shotofjemps. Looking to Newberry. Can't get it there. Pass back out to Williams. Couple steps inside a half court. Mobo sets a screen. Williams dribbles to his left. Out to Shotofjemps. Driving with the left hand. Trying to back down Hickman. Gets into the paint. Hangs. Rattles around. Won't go down. Ike flies in to grab the rebound. And now the Zags will look to build on a 42-39 lead. Nembhard into the front court. Thomas just grabs him as Ryan had a head of steam. and commits the personal foul. Just the first on Thomas.
His first team first.
Zags lead 42-39. Dons led for about 12 and a half minutes in the first half. Bulldogs led for 4.5. The rest of the time we were tied. Not sure what's going on. Coach Hughes talking to one of the officials. And now we're ready to return to action. Nembhard inbounds to Watson, three-point line right side. They leave him wide open. Anton shoots it, and that one won't go down. Shot of Jams has the rebound, slips and falls, but keeps the dribble alive. And so San Francisco will retain possession. Mobo walks it across half court. Hands it off to Thomas, tries to turn the corner. Ike slows him down. Pass out to Newberry. They're looking down low. Mobo has it now facing up on Watson. Pass out top, Williams. And hounded by Gregg. Ben loses his footing. Williams steps back, misses the three. Fight for the rebound. Mobo beat Watson to it. Kick out to Thomas. He fakes the three. Drives into the paint. Challenged by Ike. Comes up short. Gregg comes away with his 9th rebound of the game. Nembhard quickly into the front court for GU. He drives by Thomas. Bounces it in the corner to Watson. Anton, one-handed pass out to Gregg. Sets and shoots three. Rattles home. Bulldogs 45. Dons 39. It's GU's biggest lead of the night. And the Dons call timeout.
Gregg finally gets a field goal to go down. First made three. He's got those 9 rebounds, but it's a big one. Smart timeout by USF.
So the Bulldogs extend it to 45-39. 2 minutes, 11 seconds into the game. And we've got a timeout on the floor. Back right after this, you're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 till March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza
is a big deal.
So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
Zags out to a nice start in the second half. They lead the Dons 45-39, 17-49 to play in our basketball game. Gonzaga basketball is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. Visit Toyota.com or visit your local Toyota dealer today. Toyota, let's go places. Tom Lutz and Adam Morrison with you here. Gonzaga early here in the second half has gone 3 of 4 from the field. The Dons have gone just 1 for 4. And Mo, you talked about Ben Gregg finally getting that three-point shot to go. Boy, he's providing great energy, and that was a big shot for him.
Yeah, it's a big shot. Obviously, it forced USF to call timeout. Those 9 rebounds, 3 offensive, really flying around. That's what he does, but usually he sprinkles in some better offense, but he's 1 for 5. But he got one to go down, so hopefully it makes the basket a little bit bigger for him confidence-wise. Let's see if we can make a run here, Huddy, and get back to a little more comfort. USF sweating the second half here.
USF goes to an early substitution. They'll bring in Robbie Beasley. He replaces Shot of Gems.
With a quick hook for Shot of Gems all night.
Williams will bring the ball across half court. Dribbles to his left, hands it off to Beasley. Skips it right side to Thomas. Back to the left, into the hand of Williams. And Beasley again in front of the Dons bench. Pass to Mobile at the three-point line. This little screen from Newberry. Dribbles to his right. Passes on the sideline to Thomas. Back out top, Williams. Williams gets a screen from Newberry. Dribbles to his left. Picked up defensively by Ike on the switch. 8 seconds to shoot, out to Thomas. Thomas, little crossover, drives, gets to the rim with the left hand, rattles around, wouldn't stay down, rebound Nembhard. Ryan is across half court. Dons get back defensively. Here's a bounce for Ike. Catches, gets a defender in the air. A foul is going to go against Mobo. Graham almost got the three-point play.
Great entry pass there.
Number 10.
That was Nembhard, right? Correct? That was an entry pass from the short, kind of free throw line extended, but really fired that bounce pass in to lead to the layup attempt that turned into a foul. But I like the pace that we're playing at right now, Huddy. Just quick, getting deep touches. Much better offensively.
First one for Graham is good. And so now we're going to see Thomas check out. And Justin Eaker is going to check into the game. Interviews back up as Graham goes 1 out of 2 at the line. Bulldogs lead is 46-39. Williams into the front court with it. Pass left side at the three-point line for Mobo. Hands it off to Williams. Williams, right side, Newberry looking down low. Mobo catches. Faces up on Greg, steps back, shoots a jumper, and hits.
We'll give him that shot all night long. A 15-foot baseline. The hand in his face is better in the paint.
46-41 is the Gonzaga lead. Nembhard, one-handed pass to Hickman, hands it right back to Ryan. Looks down low, nothing's there. Dribbles to his right, bounces to Hickman at the three-point line. Screen from Ike. Hickman gets to the runner from the free throw line and connects. Nolan Hickman finding some confidence here as this game has gone on, and the lead is back to 7.
Yeah, great runner from about 15 on the drop coverage.
Mobo three-point line, defended by Ike. Dribbles to his left. Can't get up a shot. Pass back out to Williams. Williams to the baseline with the drive, looking down low. Mobo catches it, stripped away by Watson, but Mobo got it back and laid it in. 48-43, we've gone under 16 to play. There's a drive by Nembhard. Ball was lost by the Bulldogs point guard. Kicks right out to Ben Gregg, who buries the three. Zags by 8.
Oh, what a lucky break. That should have been a turnover. Rolled out perfect to him like a coach was throwing it to him. Workout shot.
Second made three of the second half for Gregg. Right side, Newberry driving, baseline, gets into the paint. Nembhard stripped it, but then is whistled for the foul as Newberry goes up for the shot. We've got an official timeout in Las Vegas. The Bulldogs have an 8-point lead. 51-43 the score, 15-33 to play. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
When staring down the barrel of a crispy fish, fish and cheddar, and classic roast beef, it's pretty obvious that roast beef isn't wild-caught Alaskan pollock. Excellent observation skills. Now, what do they all have in common? They're just 2 for $6 at Arby's. You are killing it, sandwich sleuth. Now reward yourself with Arby's 2 for $6 classic roast beef and crispy fish sandwich deal. Arby's, we have the meats.
At participating Arby's for a limited time, tax not included.
Have you tried Wake Up Call's signature energy drink, Mad Hatter? Made with 12 all-natural ingredients and 11% less sugar, it's bound to help you keep those New Year's resolutions. Try it during Mad Hatter Happy Hour, every Monday through Friday from 4 to close. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Drink local, drink Wake Up Call.
Zags 51, San Francisco 43, 15-33 to play at the Orleans Arena. Let's take 10 seconds for station identification. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield. Gonzaga with an 8-point lead. It is the biggest that the Zags have had. USF led by 8 with 3:17 to play in the first half. GU scored 11 of the final 13 points in the first half to go ahead 38-37. And Mo, a nice start here, outscoring the Dons 13-6 in the second.
Yeah, 5 of 6 from the field, 2 of 3 from downtown. Those 2 Ben Gregg threes picked up the defensive effort. Just hopefully, like I said earlier, we got to extend this lead, get it without striking distance for USF. Dangerous team that can make a lot of threes quickly.
I mentioned Justin Beaker checking into the game. He plays less than 7 minutes a game. He's got 25 shots on the season. He's 3 out of 10 shooting threes, averages less than a point and a half a game.
They put him in because I think Thomas was getting looked at, or one of the guards.
Yeah,
was getting a Band-Aid or something.
Beaker is out. The first free throw for Newberry is good. Shoots 77%. And makes them both. 51-45. Nemhard into the front court. Short pass to Watson. One dribble handoff to Hickman. Short one to Nemhard. Gets a screen from Ike. Shoots a 3. And hits the 3. Bulldogs heating up from long range. That's their 7th made 3 of the game. It's 54-45.
Under on the dribble handoff. Nemhard reads it perfectly.
Williams gets a screen from Mobo, dribbles to the baseline, gets under the basket, passes in the near corner to Thomas, bounces out to Newberry, driving with the left, now retreats as Watson cuts him off. Short pass to Beasley, gives it up to Williams. 7 seconds to shoot, pass over to Newberry. Greg went for the steal. Newberry drives, passes on the baseline. Thomas dribbles into a jumper and hits it.
That was a weird play.
I think everybody in the building thought that Newberry was going to shoot.
Yeah.
Threw it to Thomas. It's wide open. Here's a pass intended for Ike.
Kick.
Boy, yeah, it looked like a kick. And it's the same thing defensively. Swim around the guy and knock him to the ground almost. Going for the steal. Williams has been really chippy here. At the end of the half, that 3 that he attempted, he fell down. He claimed that he was fouled, and he was talking, and he just got teched up. He just got teched up. And the official told him to walk away. Thomas's teammate grabbed him and said, "Come on, let's go," and he kept barking. Yeah. So Williams called for the technical foul with 14:37.
He gave him an opportunity. It was right in front of us, 10 feet in front of us. That official gave him a chance. That's what he's telling the head coach. He's just saying, I just warned him like 3 times, and yeah, he earned that one.
Hickman makes the first.
It's bad though. That was a guy that played with a lot of motion, got hot, but you got to understand where the context of this game, down 9. Gonzaga rolling offensively. Got to bite your tongue and swallow your pride and turn the other way. Or when your teammates just got to pick you up and get you the heck out of there,
And Zags inbound as the ball was there, so the 2 free throws make it a 9-point game. Now Nemhard dribbles on the far side of the floor. Screen from Hickman, 1 from Ike. Dribbling with the left, fires back right side, Greg. Greg kicks out to Hickman straight away. Owen dribbles to his right, looking for Ike, finds him, gets into the paint, goes up for the shot. He is hammered from behind by Mobo. And absolutely crushed, and Graham is going to head to the free throw line on Mobo's 3rd personal foul of the game. Comes to the 14-21 mark.
Graham Ike, 2.
Graham's first comes up short. Zags have been shooting their free throws pretty well, but tonight, now, 11 for 16, maybe 11 for 17?
Yeah, 68%.
Ike ready for his second. And that one hits the front of the rim and pops in. Zags, for the first time tonight, lead by double digits. It's 57-47. 14:15 to play. Williams, one-handed pass to Mobo. He's about 30 feet from the basket. Dribbles to his right. Passes over to Thomas for a 3. That one rims out. Greg has his 10th rebound of the game. Pass to Nemhard. Ryan's in the front court. Leaves it for Greg. Trailing. He's going to shoot another 3. And yet another 3 to go. Missed them all in the first half. He's made them all in the second. Bulldogs by 13.
Simple trail three, right into rhythm. Ben Gregg feeling it.
Newberry drives, leans in, misses as Ike challenged. Nembhard comes away with a free throw line rebound. Leaves it for Gregg. Right side three for Ben. Why not? Ben Gregg. It's 63-47. The Dons call a timeout.
Absolutely feeling it right now, Ben Gregg. I've been there before. It's a great feeling. You don't want it to stop. I think it's getting a little bit chippy with the players at half court. Gonzaga absolutely rolling.
63-47. Something happened. Williams was in the backcourt. Our guys were celebrating when a timeout was called. They started walking off, and I think there were some words exchanged. Brian Michelson came out. I think he was just coming out celebrating and then wanted to get the guys off the floor. And then the USF coaches took exception, and they came out on the floor. Words exchanged, but the officials are just going to say, let's keep playing basketball.
Yeah.
63-47 Bulldogs, 13:33 to play here in Las Vegas. Ben Gregg, how about his game? 15 points now to go along with 10 rebounds. He's made 4 of 7 from behind the three-point line.
I just looked at his line. It was 0 for 4 or 1 for 5. Now he's 4 for 8 with 15 and 10. You know what I mean? Like, it went from not very good to player of the game status, but absolutely doing an excellent job of flying around and making plays as well with the 10 rebounds. Still a lot of game left, 13:33 here in the second half, but that's the run that we needed. Kind of like what happened at the Chase Center. How you were down at that game. Right, it just was boom, and then all of a sudden you look up, and it's a 20-point game. So
scored the first 13 of the second half. Wow. 17-0 run that Zags took the lead for the first time right at halftime. Yeah. And it's very similar here tonight as Beasley brings the ball up the floor. Across the timeline. Trying to bounce to Mobo. Ike denies the pass. They can't get it there. He throws it away, and now there's a whistle and a foul, and who's it going to go against? Ben Gregg was whistled for the personal. I saw Graham Ike clapping. He was fired up that they couldn't get the ball to Mobo. But
it's good denial on the key. They call it the key pass. Sometimes that messes up the whole play, just denying one option.
Shot of Jemps is back in the game. He has the ball, gives it up to Beasley. Beasley dribbling to his right to Thomas. Gets a screen from Mobo. Dribbles to his left to Newberry on the sideline. In front of the Dons bench. Picks up the dribble, hands it off to Shot of Jemps. Almost traveled with it. Picks up his dribble. Gregg all over him. To Beasley. 2 seconds to shoot. He does. The deep one comes up short. Rebound chased down by Thomas. Thomas defended by Ike, and Graham fouls him.
He teed up.
And Graham just got a technical foul. Now Graham picking up his second personal. And I don't know. I will say this, Mo. If you're going to let Williams talk and give him every opportunity to walk away from a technical foul, unless what Graham did.
He said the B word. The whole thing.
Oh, you saw it?
Yeah, so it was an easy one for the same official.
Thomas makes the first free throw on the technical. So second technical foul called in the game.
And if there was just the scuffle we mentioned of the timeout, they're probably trying to get the tenor of the game down a little bit, the temperature to drop a little bit from an officiating standpoint. Normally I would agree with you 100% on that one, but I had a beeline, perfect angle, what he said to the other guy, and he was standing right in the official, and he kind of looked at him like, I have to say that, or call that if you say that.
That's 3 on Gregg. On Graham. There's Thomas on the left side. Braden Huff checks in. Thomas drives, cut off, kicks it out. Newberry has a 3 on the way. That one's way short. Rebound kicks right into the hands of Hickman. Bulldogs lead is 63-49. Nolan gives it up left sideline to Watson. One-handed pass out between the circles for Nembhard. Dribbles to his right. Out top to Huff. Huff to Nembhard. Ryan drives, hop step into the paint, wraparound pass in the corner to Gregg. Extra one out to Hickman. Fakes the 3, dribbles to his left. Out to Huff. He'll shoot a 3 from straight away and hit another one. The Zags on fire from long range. It's 66-49. Braden's second made 3 of the game comes as we hit the 12-minute mark.
6 of 7. Second half for us from 3.
Newberry hands it off to Shot of Jemps. back to Newberry. Newberry, double teamed, kicks out. Extra pass over left side, Thomas. His pass is knocked away by Hickman and stolen. Nolan has Thomas to beat. Drives, lays it up, and in. Another bucket for the Bulldogs, who are blowing this thing open at 68-49.
Great individual defensive play, then the finish on the other end. Nolan Hickman.
Skip pass left side, wide open look at a three for Thomas is good. 68-52, still 11 and a half to play. As Nembhard walks it across half court, Thomas has 13 for the Dons. Nembhard, pressured by Thomas. Refuses a screen to Gregg, drives, kicks in the corner to Watson. He's going to shoot a three, that one won't go. Too strong, Beasley rebounds. Beasley in the front court to Thomas. Thomas drives, can't get up a shot. Bounces it to Mobo at the three-point line. Mobo passes out to shot of Jemps. Now left side, Thomas hits, misses the three-point shot as he got it up over Gregg. Boy, Newberry went right over Nolan Hickman to grab that rebound. They kick it back out to Newberry. Ball is loose, and now Nembhard finally comes away with it off the miss. Ryan in the front court, left side pass. Hickman fakes the three, drives, little runner, too strong. Huff fighting for the rebound, can't get it. Shot of Jemp, saves it to Thomas. Thomas quickly into the front court, challenges Watson. Anton partially blocked it, but also picked up the personal foul. That'll be his third of the game.
Much needed timeout coming up. Our guys are a little bit tired, winning, playing with a ton of energy, adrenaline pump with that last run and the crowd getting into it. It's a perfect time to get resettled.
10:27 to play in our basketball game. Gonzaga 68, San Francisco 52. We're back after this timeout. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldogs basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCUA.
1 in 8 women will experience breast cancer. Annual screening mammograms beginning at age 40 offer the best strategy for catching cancer early. Mammography is the only test scientifically proven to reduce deaths from breast cancer. The data doesn't lie. Early detection saves lives. Schedule your annual screening mammogram today. Call 509-455-4455. Ask us about evening and weekend appointments. Inland Imaging. For answers you can trust and care you can count on.
College sports fans now have access to hundreds of weekly podcasts that zero in on the college sports world. Now available in the Varsity Podcast Network and part of the new Varsity app. The app is free and available from wherever you get your favorite apps. Download the Varsity app today to have access to hundreds of national podcasts as well as your favorite team-focused podcasts. The Varsity Podcast Network, now available for free on the Varsity app. Download from the App Store and listen today.
Gonzaga 68, San Francisco 52. We have 10 minutes and 27 seconds to play here in the second semifinal game in Las Vegas. Listen to coverage of NCAA championships on the Varsity Network app powered by Learfield. Fans can hear Westwood One's exclusive national coverage along with most school broadcasts through a multicast option. That's only on the Varsity Network app, available for free in your app store. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you here courtside at the Orleans Arena. And we check the scoring for the Bulldogs. They have been on a tear here offensively. The Zags scored 38 points in the first half. They scored 30 in the first 9.5 minutes, Mo. Wow, what a tremendous start. 10 out of 13 from the field. You've got Ben Gregg with a double-double, 15 and 10. Nembhard scored 14, has 9 assists. Hickman, 13 points. And Anton Watson has 11.
17 assists, only 2 turnovers as well. Yeah, absolutely rolling, especially here in the second half, like you mentioned. Playing with energy, playing with confidence. Balls coming off every guy's hand, looking good, like it's going to go in. Most of them have, and still kind of bad for San Francisco. Obviously, 10-27, plenty of game left, but they just, every time we hit one of those tough threes, Just look over at their coaching staff and they just drop their heads.
Thomas just missed the free throw.
Again, you know, it was like 11 days ago. The same thing happened. We had a pretty good plan, and then all of a sudden we're down 15.
Thomas ready for his second, and he hits that one. We see some pressure out of USF. Watson inbounds to Nembhard, bounces back to Watson, quickly to Hickman. Pass up the floor to Greg. Ben drives, challenges, and finishes. Went right at Newberry and scored. Greg has 17.
Good finish.
70-53 is our score. Here's Beaker back in the game. Bounces it over to Williams. Thought about a deep three. Pulled it down. Dribbling to his right. Now defended by Nembhard. Coonan comes and sets his screen as he's returned. They skip it left corner to Beaker. The lefty shoots a wide open three and misses. Watson has the rebound. Hands it off to Nembhard. Underhand flip to Watson. He bounces it for Huff. Braden going to work on Coonan. Backs him down, spins to the baseline. That one wouldn't go down. Rebound to Beaker. And he'll bring it the other way himself. Short pass to Newberry for Williams. Now Thomas. Thomas driving. Takes about 4 steps, pass in the corner to Coonan. Coonan drives, kicks out to Williams. He shoots a three from straight away and hits it. Jeez. How you missed that one? 9:15 to play. Bulldogs lead 56. Nembhard has it on the left side. Thomas defends. Here's a pass in the corner to Hickman. Nolan dribbles away from the pressure. Beaker gets a big screen from Watson. Back to Anton on the pick and roll. He reverses and scores 2 more. Bulldogs lead by 16 once again.
Beautiful pocket pass, and that was a great finish to use the rim as a protector from Watson.
Williams dribbles around, can't get up a shot now. Picked up defensively by Braden Huff on the switch. Bounces left side to Newberry. He shoots a three over Greg. It's an air ball right into the hands of Nolan Hickman. He passes it up the right side to Nembhard. Lions into the front court with the dribble. Short pass to Watson. He holds out top. Gives it up to Nembhard. Nembhard driving. Thomas all over him. Little hesitation. Forces one and misses. Newberry rebounds. Here's Thomas the other way. We're approaching 8 minutes to play in the game. Thomas driving, gets all the way to the rim and scores. Boy, just kind of slowed it down, Mo. Good pace, and cuts it to 72-58.
Breakdown defensively, then hustle back.
Nembhard walks it up the floor. Between the circles with it. Thomas defends. Pass on the left sideline. It's Hickman. Top of the key for Greg. Looking down low for Huff. It's not there. Passes left side to Watson instead. He goes up for the dunk, and finally a whistle. Well, Anton went up strong, and Josh Coonan tried to challenge. He's whistled for his 4th personal foul. We have 7:42 to play, and an official timeout at the Orleans Arena. 72-58, Zags on top. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
Feeling those winter blues? Boost your energy with Wake Up Call's signature Mad Hatter energy during Mad Hatter Happy Hour. Every Monday through Friday from 4 to close, enjoy a 24-ounce Mad Hatter for $3.75 and a 32-ounce Mad Hatter for $5.50. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Cheers to drinking local with Wake Up Call.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
4 Zags in double figures, led by Ben Gregg's double-double. He has 17 points and 10 rebounds. He's made 4 threes, all in the second half. Well, hey, Zag fans, the Xfinity 10G network, get the fastest internet with faster speeds rolling out every day. Enjoy a reliable connection so everyone can be online at once, even during peak hours. Introducing the next generation 10G network, only from Xfinity. So 17 and 10, the double-double for Ben Gregg. He has been magnificent, Mo. It was great energy in the first half. Didn't shoot it well, but that has come along for him something fierce here in the second half of play.
4 3-pointers. Second half, you mentioned the 10 rebounds, 17 points. So absolutely turning on the switch there in the second half. Still plenty of game left, 7:42. Gonzaga's got to put the hay in the barn, but energy-wise, we've been fantastic. 19 assists, only 2 turnovers, 5 steals, +1 on the glass. What else do we like, Huddy? 10 of 18 from downtown. That's always good. Free throws, 12 of 18. That's not good. Everything else has been great.
Yeah. Zags hit 25 of 49 shots.
Yeah.
Don't mention, figured it out after a slow start. Had a stretch in the first half, didn't score from the field in some 4 minutes. Ncaam's going to shoot 2 after he was fouled by Josh Coonan. First one is good for the Bulldogs senior. Second one is as well. 74-58 is the lead. Zags have led by as many as 19 in this one. Graham Ike's checked back in. He defends Mobo at the top of the key. Handoff to Shonov-Jemps. Dribbles to his left. Skips it back right side. That's Beasley for 3, and it's good. That's the older of the Beasley brothers. We haven't seen the younger one here in the second half. Cuts the lead to 74-61. Nemhard between the circles, gets a screen from Ike. Dribbles to his left, pass back out to Gregg. Quick look down low, Ike. Backing down Mobo. Can't get up a shot. Here comes a double. Kick out to Hickman. He's wide open. The 3 is good again. Zags feeling it from behind the line here in the second half. And with 7 minutes to play, the lead is back to 16. Shonov-Jemps dribbling to his right, gives it up to Mobo. Cradles it like a football. Now looks around, dribbles to his left. Picks up the dribble. Pass back out to Shonov-Jemps. 8 seconds to shoot. Sets a screen. Shonov-Jemps drives, and they work the pick and roll to perfection. Mobo with the finish. 77-63, 6.5 to play. Nemhard walks it up the floor. One-handed pass to Hickman, right back to Nemhard, who holds 25 feet from the basket. Skip right side to Hickman, gets a screen from Ike to the free throw line. Now into the paint, gets a little deeper, spins, shoots, and scores. Well, I don't know that Nolan was even looking at the basket when he released that thing, Mo, but he pushes the lead back to 16.
That was a great finish. Patient, little jump hook, but yeah, you're right. It was kind of an odd-looking shot. I keep looking at San Francisco's bench every time we score, and just the facial expressions is funny, but it's just like they're just shaking their heads. Everything we throw up's going in.
Here's a drive by Williams, jumps, almost goes out of bounds. Beasley goes up high to keep it. Ng Wong has just checked into the game. He drives and scores with the left hand. First time we've seen the freshman out of China.
Good move.
Yeah. 79-65. We approach 5.5 to play. Nemhard gives it up to Hickman, right back to Nemhard, and holds, surveys, finds Hickman cutting down the baseline. He lays it up and in. Give Ryan Nemhard another double-double. 14 points, 10 assists. And the Bulldogs lead at 81-65. There's a drive by Williams, kick out to Beasley. He shoots a 3 and knocks that one down. And USF is going to call a timeout. Timeout for the Dons. 81-68 is our score. It's a 30-second timeout. Actually, it is going to extend into a full timeout for USF. 5:05 to play. Chris, why don't we take an extra break here? 5:05 to go. Zags 81, San Francisco 68. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
Care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility lines. Mark accuracy zone is within 2 feet of the mark, so always hand dig to expose the line first. Call 811 before you dig. The service is free for residential customers. Avista, we just want you to be safe.
Welcome back to the Old Ames Arena in Las Vegas. Tom Hudson, Adam Morrison with you. The Bulldogs lead 81-68. We have just over 5 minutes to play. And boy, talk about a tale of 2 halves in this one. The Bulldogs, they didn't shoot it terribly from behind the line. They were 4 of 10 in the first half, but they've hit 6 of 8 in the second. Meanwhile, the Dons were 7 of 16 in the first 20 minutes. They've hit just 2 of 10 threes here in the second half, both coming from Beasley. Nembhard defended by Thomas on the left perimeter. Picks up his dribble, bounces it to Hickman, dribbles across the paint. Now bounces it to Ike. Graham double teams, triple team, fights through it, throws it up, misses, but there's Anton Watson there. Watson furious. He wanted a foul call, didn't get it. But the Bulldogs still lead it by 15. Wong gives it up to Thomas, back to Wong on the right side. Gets a screen from Mobo, shoots a 3. It's an air ball. Hickman has another rebound for the Bulldogs. Short pass to Nembhard. The Bulldogs will nurse this 15-point lead. Run the offense, run some clock. Watson dribbling out top with it. Dons again backing off him 15 feet as they have all night. Here's a pass to Hickman. Back to Watson. Watson has players all over him, and Anton looks like if he's looking at the officials, Moan, you understand it, like, because it's physical, right? I mean, Anton looks like he wants to retaliate, right? And that's you get worried about in these games that are so physical.
Yeah, it's like a continuous thing that's, every time he's going in and there's a guy draped all over him and they're not calling it. At least they're being consistent, but after a while it gets frustrating.
Inbound to Watson. Gets it back to Nembhard. Calls for a screen from Ike. Refuses. Drives. Bounces back to Ike. Graham fakes the shot. Fades away. Misses. Mobo clears the glass. 83-68. Under 4 to play. Beasley drives. Shot rejected by Ben Gregg, but they're going to call a goaltend. And Bulldogs are going to say, let's check it, please. And the official says they will. It's tough to tell from this angle. They've got a timeout to figure it out. 3:48 to play. Zags 83. Right now, USF 70. We're going to take a quick timeout. We're back right after this. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
When the game goes into overtime. But the game goes into overtime. The choice to enjoy is easy. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Order Bud Light online today. Enjoy responsibly. Anheuser-Busch Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Support Gonzaga men's basketball through NIL. Zags Collective is the leading NIL collective supporting Zags student athletes through name, image, and likeness. Zags Collective creates opportunities for student athletes to engage with the community and grow their brand. Plus, you get access to autograph sessions, exclusive events, and more. Become a member today. Go to zagscollective.com and get started.
Some banks receive 5-star ratings and think they've arrived. But at Wheatland Bank, we call that just getting started. Now, as a member of the Glacier family of regional banks, we're doing even more of what made us an industry leader. Anticipating Eastern Washington's growing needs with more expertise, more technology, more resources, well, more everything. The new, even better Wheatland Bank. What more do you need? Seriously, we're asking.
Wheatland Bank, a division of Glacier Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
are back in Las Vegas, where the Bulldogs trailed for over 12 and a half minutes in the first half, but they scored 11 of the last 13 points going into the locker room to take a 38-37 lead. They've outscored the Dons 45-33 here in the second half. It's a 13-point advantage. The basket did count. 3:48 to play in our basketball game. Well, earn your bragging rights at Northern Quest with more slot machines, table games, restaurants, lounges, and luxury hotel rooms than anyone else in the region. Northern Quest, yes, the best. More at northernquest.com. A couple of double-doubles for the Bulldogs. Second straight game that's happened. Ike and Ryan Nembhard doing it in Moraga last Saturday to wrap up the regular season. This time it's Nembhard and Ben Gregg who has the ball, bringing it up the floor as San Francisco pressures. Gets it away to Watson in front of us here at the table. Defended by Mobo. Gets around him with a left-handed drive. Gets right to the basket. Can't finish. Ben Gregg chases down the rebound. Saves it to Hickman on the near side. Coach Pugh says, well, let's slow things down and reset. 20 more seconds on the shot clock. Hickman dribbles it out top. He's had a big second half. Trying to get around Thomas. Gets a screen from Watson. Dribbles to his left. Shoots a three. That one won't go down. Watson flies in, tips it. That wouldn't go down. Ike trying to put it back in. Had it knocked away, but it goes right into the hands of Nembhard. So the Bulldogs, on this possession alone, have eaten up now 50 seconds. Nembhard picks up the dribble, bounces it to Watson. Watson fouled by Thomas. 2:55 to play. It's an 83-70 lead. But Thomas ran right into that Watson screen. And Tom's going to step to the free throw line. Seventh team foul on USF here in the second half. That's a little bit long. Ike tries to tip it in. Mobo grabbed the rebound and then took about 4 steps with it. USF is going to keep possession. Williams, defended by Hickman, gets a screen from Mobo, dribbles to the right sideline, now into the corner. Bulldogs try to trap him. And he has the ball poked away out of bounds. It'll stay with the Dons. 83-70, Gonzaga on top. Bulldogs have led by as many as 19. Williams inbounds to Mobo, left elbow. Dribbles once. Needs some help. Flips it for Thomas. Dribbles to his left, trying to get around Ike. Graham stands him up. Dribbles back to his right. Slips, falls, but keeps the dribble alive. Gets up a shot as the clock expires. No good. Watson secures the rebound. Pass away to Nembhard. Bulldogs will head the other way. The Zag fans will stand and applaud the effort as we approach 2 minutes to play, and the Bulldogs lead at 83-70. Coach Pugh makes the play call. Nolan Hickman just inside a half court. Williams comes up to pressure. Watson comes out, sets a screen. Hickman goes the other way, drives over Mobo, off the glass, wouldn't go. Ike tips it out to Gregg, fires it over left side, Nembhard, and it's going to be a shot clock violation. Boy, Zags didn't realize it. Ryan had the open look at the three, but thought they'd run some clock instead.
I thought so too, so great hustle play though from Ike to get the hand on that ball, tip it back out.
So the officials are checking out. It must be the clock, I'm assuming.
Already late enough, Huddy.
Yeah, it looks like we're good to go, but first San Francisco's going to get a sub. Shot of James is going to check back in, replacing Mobo. Mobo to the bench, 10 points, 9 rebounds. Newberry drops it on the floor, lets it roll before Williams picks it up. 1 or 2 minutes to play. Zags lead 83-70. Williams driving with the right hand, pulls up from 14 over Gregg and hits. 83-72. Nembhard lobs it into Watson on the near sideline, back to Nembhard. Long pass up the floor to Ike, now to Gregg. He'll retreat with the dribble. Clock is the Bulldogs' friend right now, leading by 11 with 90 seconds to play. Ryan 2 steps inside a half court, just dribbling it down. Now brings it to the right side, wraps a pass around to Ike. It's a beautiful pass. Graham finishes with the dunk. The fans are going wild. It's a 13-point Bulldog lead.
Yeah, great wraparound pass right there to lead to the dunk.
Williams to Newberry, back out to Williams.
1 minute.
Williams on the drive, kicks back out left side. Thomas shoots a three. It's off the back iron. Long rebound, chased down by Beasley. Beasley trying to get around Nembhard. Spins the other direction and finishes. Well, Beasley's had some nice buckets here as San Francisco fouls Nembhard. It was Thomas who committed his fourth personal foul. 85-74, 47.7 seconds to play. Nembhard to the free throw line for the front end of a 1-and-1. That's 8 team fouls on USF. Nembhard, another masterful game for the Bulldogs. 14 points, 11 assists, 6 rebounds. Mobo's going to check back in for a shot of Gems.
They got him at 0 turnovers as well, Huddy. It's a pretty good night. So many times as he touches the ball, usage rate.
Front end is good. Nembhard ready for his second. And that one is good. And Nolan Hickman's been huge as well. 17 assists, no turnovers for the backcourt. Nolan with 6 helpers here tonight. Into the front court. Williams gets a screen from Newberry, dribbles to his right, shoots a three over Gregg. Comes up short. Watson rebounds, hands it off to Nembhard. And the coaching staff for USF says, enough. Back off, no fouls. Bulldogs by 13, 30 seconds to play. Nembhard dribbling it down. 8 seconds to shoot. Drives to the left hand, passes back to Ike, gets a defender in the air. Graham lays it in. Zags 89-74, 15 seconds to play. Quickly into the front court to Thomas. Thomas drives, challenged by Ike, finishes with the left hand.
Fouls on Gonzaga number 13, Graham Ike. His fourth. He assists.
9.6 seconds on the clock. Thomas is going to step to the line. Thomas, 19 points on 6 of 16 shooting tonight. Dusty Stromer's going to check in. He'll replace Graham Ike. Wise decision by Coach Pugh to get Graham out.
Get him off the floor.
Graham got to 10 points.
Yeah, he was at that. It was the last time when this was
February
7th.
February 5th.
February 5th.
3-point play. Bulldogs inbound to Watson. Passes up the sideline to Nembhard. Ryan's going to dribble it down. The clock approaches 0. There's the horn, and that'll do it. The Zags win and advance to the WCC Tournament Championship game for a 27th consecutive season. Huge second half for the Bulldogs for the second straight game against USF. It's an 89-77 Bulldog victory. Zags earn a rematch with the St. Mary's Gales. St. Mary's won in Spokane, Gonzaga won in Moraga. The rubber match coming up tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. We've got a timeout. Back after this for a quick recap. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
BECU. You've heard the name, seen the letters. But what does BECU stand for? Simply put, not-for-profit BECU stands for people. For charting your own path. For choosing what's right for members instead of what's profitable for someone else. Because they are the reason our credit union exists. So we do everything in our power to help them reach their financial goals. BECU. Power in people. All Pacific Northwest residents are eligible to join. Federally insured by NCAA.
Inland Imaging and Community Cancer Fund are teaming up to beat cancer. Low-dose screening CT exams may reduce lung cancer deaths by more than 20% by finding early-stage cancers other methods miss. If you're over 50, a longtime smoker, or have other risk factors, lung cancer screening can provide potentially life-saving answers. Ask your doctor or call 363-7799. Inland Imaging. Answers you can trust and care you can count on.
Papa Murphy's $9.99 extra large New York style pizza
is a big deal.
So we're going big to tell everyone about it. How big? We're talking action movie big. Carving $9.99 XLNY into a mountainside big. And shouting it from the literal mountaintops big. Because the XLNY is everything you can expect from a classic New York-style pizza, hot and fresh out of your oven for just $9.99. Order the XLNY pizza at papamurphys.com.
Welcome back to the Orleans Arena, where the Bulldogs are victorious yet again. Gonzaga advancing to a 27th straight WCC tournament championship game. Well, AgWest Farm Credit supports agricultural and rural communities with reliable, consistent credit and financial services today and tomorrow. Quick recap, this game went very similarly to the first two meetings during the regular season, in that San Francisco would have the lead for the majority of the first half. The Dons led for more than 12 and a half minutes in the first half. Had the lead up to as many as 8 points when they saw the Bulldogs kind of figure things out a little bit. It was 35-27 at the 3:32 mark. And then, Mo, really, that's kind of where this thing flipped. The Bulldogs went on an 11-2 run in the last 3 minutes and change and went from trailing by 8 to ahead heading into the locker room 38-37.
Yeah, it was a great run with that 11-2, like you said, to really get the momentum back. And then we started shooting the ball great in the second half to start. But that end of the first half momentum was the backbreaker for USF.
Bulldogs did another great job, just like they did at the Chase Center 11 days ago, coming out of the locker room, and they really got things rolling thanks to Ben Gregg, who hit 4 threes in the second half. And all of a sudden, that lead for Gonzaga that in the first half had been as big as 5. It was an early 7-2 lead for the Bulldogs, but Gonzaga just started to pull away, knocking down three-point shot after three-point shot. The Zags in the second half of this one would end up hitting 7 of 10 from behind the three-point line, Mo, and all of a sudden, just like that, you kind of looked up, and like you said, looking at the coaching staff for USF, it was boom, boom, boom. Those shots went down, and all of a sudden, Gonzaga got that thing up to as many as 19.
Yeah, when Ben Gregg starts the half 3 of 3, then obviously goes 4 for 4. It's just really backbreaker, and it got the crowd into it, and then it kind of just spreads throughout the whole team, and everybody. The basket gets bigger, and then when defensively we get better, get quicker. It was just a great second half.
Now the Bulldogs win. Final score 89-77. They'll play St. Mary's tomorrow. Quick look at our final stats next. You're listening to Gonzaga Bulldog basketball from Learfield.
Have you tried Wake Up Call's signature energy drink, Mad Hatter? Made with 12 all-natural ingredients and 11% less sugar, it's bound to help you keep those New Year's resolutions. Try it during Mad Hatter Happy Hour, every Monday through Friday from 4 to close. It'll add that extra pep in your step you need to cheer on the Zags. Drink local, drink Wake Up Call.
Want to earn some extra money this winter? Spokane International Airport is hiring multiple seasonal snow removal equipment operators. These are on-call positions for the upcoming winter season from November 2023 to March 2024. You can earn up to $36 an hour. Some positions require a CDL, and previous experience in operating snow removal equipment is highly preferred. Join our team today. Learn more and apply by visiting SpokaneSnow.com.
We care about your safety. If you need to break ground on a new outdoor project, be aware that buried electric and natural gas lines can be anywhere. It's the law to call 811 at least 2 business days before you dig. Spray paint white lines showing your dig zone, and a crew will mark the utility line.